Today we're rating some beautiful custom Magic the Gathering cards. Let's see how crazy or maybe how amazing they are. Starting with a Magus of the Traders. This is a green 1/1 human wizard. When you play a land, sacrifice this creature. Oh my god. But we get to tap for double colorless. So we have it's not a mana dork, it's not a soul land, it is a soul dork, which is actually quite powerful. So what, we have 4 mana available by turn 4 at the very least. I would also say that this card is quite dangerous because you don't even need to play lands for the rest of your game. You know, how many of you out there basically ramp off of a lot of non-land cards? Or maybe you'll play one land, then you play, you know, Soul Ring into a medallion, into this and into that. You know, in the end, you don't even have that many lands in the first place. So you could just start off with this card and never actually add more lands to the battlefield. What does today's bingo card look like? It looks a little bit like this. In fact, that's what I was struggling with to get ready for today. So here's the bingo card for today. So take a screenshot, everybody. Anyone who wants to be part of the bingo card, you guys are all responsible for making mention of these bingos. Not me, it's all you. So it all falls on you if all else fails. So Pageman says just attach Pemin's Aura or anything that untaps it. Yeah, we could abuse it that way. Make a lot of manas out of this card. I'm pretty sure there's a card where, like, you know, pay a mana, untap this creature. Not to mention, there is definitely, okay, so this is a human wizard. There's definitely a lot of cards out there that will say, you know, activate this, untap a creature. It's a City of Traders, but on a creature. That's actually right. Yeah, so it's not like Ancient Tomb. City of Traders was literally, you know, another land you put into play. That's it. Your City of Traders has betrayed you. That's why it is the City of the Traitors, and you have to sacrifice it. Oh yes, as actually, do you know what? It's a bunch of stuff in one. It is a Magus of a City of Traders. Someone's trying to bring the Magus of the thing back. The Magus of this, the Magus of the Traders. There should be some flavor text to this card. Like, you've betrayed your family for the last time. Welcome everyone. I hope everyone's having a Merry Christmas Eve, Merry Christmas, depending on when you're watching this. Happy holidays to everybody. Okay, Magus of the Traders. I can't tell if this is broken or not. I'm actually leaning. I want to say it's busted, but like, it's got the same problems as like any other mana dork. It's got summoning sickness. It does have the downside of putting lands in play. Magus of the Ring is just Sauron. Yeah, basically. That's right. Magus of the Ring, the Sauron. Okay, I'm gonna say this is legal. This is doable. They could print something like this. Maybe they will. And at 1 toughness, I mean, it's just as fragile as any other card these days. Weak to all the Bowmasteries of 2025 going into 2026. All right, we got a super chat here. We have Bacon Catbug Pedgeman the Beloved. What does that mean? Is that a Pedgeman special or something? All right, so if you want to be part of the show, you can go into my description, be a part of my Discord, donate, give me the name of the card that you posted in the Discord. I'll look it up. Pedgeman the Beloved. This is actually not a donation to Pedgeman, but is a tribute to Pedgeman. We have, for 3 mana, a 3/3 human noble. A lot of anime girls in this card. It's got very anime-like, if you ask me. All right, this has got to be an anime card. Don't I get access to shapes? I want my shapes. Can I use circles? Ugh, that's too ugly. Can this become clear? Oh! Okay, I'm gonna start using the circles from now on, like it's an X and O. There we go. That looks pretty good. That looks not too bad. All right, I can copy and paste this for you. I hope I can copy and paste this. Okay, and we got, let's read the card. This is for 3 mana, 3/3. Whenever Pedgeman the Beloved enters or attacks, each opponent creates 2 tap treasure tokens. Then you gain control of all treasure tokens. Whenever you tap a treasure token you control, but don't own for mana, add an additional 1 mana of any color. This sounds insane. Except when it enters or attacks, each opponent creates 2 tap treasure tokens. Then you gain control of all treasure tokens. This sounds convoluted and absolutely broken. Basically, for 3 mana, it's basically a 1 mana card, right? Because even if I'm up against 1 player, I'm going to pay 3 mana for this. I'm going to get 2 treasures out of it. Creates 2. Well, they are tapped. I can't use them immediately, but like, holy smokes. When you tap a treasure, this thing's broken. Just absolutely, it's just broken right in half. The damn draw says, if I have a short cycle of lands, what's the rate on that? Can all 5 be done? If yes, if it like, so if it's like something repetitive, like if you can 5 cards can be counted as 2 cards. If like it's the same sentence but it just changes a little bit for each card, so long as I don't have to reread the whole thing from top to bottom, I'll allow it. In Commander, that's 8 treasures. I know. It's incredibly broken. I think the flavor is everyone donates to me. Oh, that just like went whoosh, whiffed right over my head. I didn't have anything to do with the design. No, okay. No, I agree. But it could have been 1 treasure, okay? It could have been 1 treasure. That would have made so much more sense. And I don't know why each treasure has to double the mana as well. That's incredibly insane. Yeah, it is absolutely danger. Super danger. Okay. If I didn't do it before. Definitely not gonna happen. Back to the freebie section. And we've got Tendo Peaks Lantern, a 3 mana snow artifact. It's got ninjutsu on an artifact. How is that even possible? Wait, this thing's gonna come tapped and attacking when I return an untapped, like an unblocked creature from the battlefield? Pay 1, return an unblocked attacker you control to hand. Put this card onto the battlefield from your hand, tapped and attacking. That's impossible. That is just strictly impossible. I cannot be attacking with my 3 mana, no power and toughness. Was this AI generated? I swear this was AI generated. You can tap to add 1 mana of any color. It would be a little bit interesting if we had... I think it'd be interesting if you just didn't use the ninjutsu mechanic. You use some other mechanic, which sounds like open design space. All right, you attack with an unblocked creature. Okay, return it back to hand. Put some card into play for a cost. Instead of tapped and attacking, you just have like, you got like some weird mana ramp, which sounds counterintuitive because you're probably going to tempo yourself up doing this, but whatever. You still do something. It works in the rules. 100%. We discussed this extensively in the Discord. This card? Are you kidding me? This card. I don't know if I'm looking at best. Okay, I'll switch to best after this. This is a bit weird. We have sneak, which is already what ninjutsu is, but for non-creatures. Yeah, exactly. Bingo alert. Pedgeman card was it? Oh yeah, it was super at danger. Which is technically the free space. Oh, I'm already screwing up. I want. Woo! I can use the circles now. I'm circling it up. Sneak has tighter timing though. Well, maybe not. We have sneak in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that does it anyway. No, but this is ninjutsu. How can I be tapped and attacking with a Tendo Peaks Lantern? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, just out of common sense, like disqualifying this card. Yeah, if we want, we can have sneak. We'll sneak it up. Okay, hold on. We are not. We are. It's on by. Yeah, it's labeled by best. I think that's what you wanted, Pedgeman. You like? Oh, no, you have to look at hot. Oh, okay. I have it on best. Okay, we'll have it by hot, but we're not going to look at any hot cards yet. And I'll tell you that why, because we have to look at Corbinick's next card, the White Merchant of Asphodel. Is this like the opposite of Gray Merchant? Are we going to give life? Okay, this is for quadruple white, a 0/8 creature. When this creature enters play or attacks, gain life equal to all players' devotion to white. All players, okay. It affects, hey, my white devotion, your white devotion, it all counts. Pay 5, exile this creature. Any player may activate this ability, but only as a sorcery. When this enters play or attacks, any player may activate this ability only as a sorcery. I don't get it. Gain life equal to... Why would anyone else want to activate this? Big and white weenie meta? Maybe. Your merchant flowed. It asplode. The merchant can be bribed. Any player may activate this ability. I don't get how... I don't get this card, actually. When this creature enters play... Oh, sorry. You know how I interpreted this? Exile this creature, and then it comes back. You know, like it blinks. Usually, I don't very often see a card that says exile this creature and it doesn't come back. Flavor is he wasn't always gray or undead. All right, this card works. Perfectly acceptable card. Back to the freebie section. Magus of the Trader still pretty hot. Okay, we got Buseiju, Veiled Roots. This is a legendary land again with ninjutsu. I'm not accepting this. I don't believe in it. I'm moving on. Ale Annex Preacher. This is a 2-mana 2/1 Phyrexian Advisor with flying and toxic 1. Legendary creatures have whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player with counters on them, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. So we have our commanders and other legendaries. When they'll deal combat damage against people who already have poison, I suppose. Like I guess they can have other counters, but usually it's going to be a poison counter. We get to draw cards and lose 1 life. Yeah, I think this is fine. I don't think this is particularly crazy. It works, Nikachu. Expand your mind. I think they got to expand the flavor. Or sorry, I think we have to restrict the flavor. This is the card we discussed in the Discord. What did you crazy people make this card? Who made this? Hidegan. Oh my god. There was a whole series of these things. But that doesn't make any sense. You can't put a land onto the battlefield tapped and attacking when it's not even a creature. Like, even if it is within the rules, I think it's such a weird flavor thing that it might as well just be its own new ability, which is totally fine. Like, why is it tapped and attacking? It doesn't even made it. Oh yeah, I can see Elixir's. Oh, I can't share it with you. Elixir's avatar. I'm sorry, Elixir. I'm sorry. It's too jank. It's too jank for my tastes. Way too jank. What triggers first, the poison counter placement or the damage trigger? Oh, Yoko Sumari is asking the real questions here, actually. Players deal combat damage. Legendary creatures have when this creature deals combat damage. Okay, so I mean, if you dealt the combat damage, you had to have given the poison. So if you're dealt the poison, then this thing's gonna trigger. So it's actually gonna trigger immediately. I was actually thinking in my head that you might have to wait two turns before you actually get an investment off this, but you actually don't. Yeah, you would get it immediately. David says, technically, you could ninjutsu the land into play tapped and attacking, then state-based actions would remove it from combat. But yeah, I did. When you deal the damage first, they don't have poison yet. Do they go on the stack? Players dealt combat damage by this creature also get a poison counter. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player with poison counters on them. So hold on, maybe I misunderstand how toxic works. Does it go on the stack? Because if it does go on the stack, then this second ability won't trigger because there isn't a poison counter on the player in the first place. But I just assume that this is it just happens. Like Infect. It's not like Infect has a trigger to it, but maybe I'm wrong. Does Toxic trigger on combat damage? It's like Lifelink? Then it's just automatic. Elixir, the counterpoint. It just works. Well, the trigger won't go off as worded if they don't have the counters yet, right? No, but like upon combat damage, they will have the counters. It's like you deal damage, they got counters, and so on. So I think this works. If it was whenever it deals damage to a player, if they have a poison counter, then it would work. The issue is the trigger only triggers if there are already counters. But if you deal damage, then there are already counters. No? Okay, I'm going to have to trust you. Either way, I mean, the card's fine. I'm not going to say it's illegal. I just don't fully understand how this card works. If there's like, if it's that nuanced, there is a bit of a problem with this card. It should be cleaned up a little bit. Yeah, we're definitely talking about the rules today. Okay, let's go. We're discussing them rules. Oops. How does this work? Just want to copy this thing. Okay, discussing the rules. It's beautiful. The beautiful rules that we have. We have a lot of big super chats today, but we got to get through the small ones. Moving on with Bacon, Catbug, Sky Striker, Widow Anchor. Hopefully you didn't get double charged, Bacon Catbug. Sky Striker. All right, this card is a 2-mana instant. I have no idea what's going on here. Oh, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Thank you for letting me know it's from Yu-Gi-Oh. Target creature loses all abilities until end of turn. Then if you have 3 or more instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard, gain control of that creature until end of turn. Untap it, and it gains haste until end of turn. This is not a whole lot different from a lot of cards that we have in Magic. In some ways, it's like a million times worse, though, because it's like a weird removal. Like, what am I going to do with a card that lost all of its abilities? Unless it's like a big chonker that I can smash someone's face with. So I guess the deal is it's instant speed. Okay, the one advantage is it's like instant speed creature stealing. Target creature loses all abilities until end of turn. Not that I would really want to play this on somebody else's turn, but it might come up. It might come up. In fact, actually, when we get to untap it, so I actually steal someone else's creature in combat. Oh, this could be a huge combat trick. Big. Could be big. Bingo. TCG adaptation. You got it. We got another TCG. Where is it? Other TCG adaptation. I think. I can't verify. Yeah, take their thing, use as a blocker is definitely possible. It is instant, so you can take one of their creatures to block. It's probably the best ability. That's probably the best thing that you can do with this thing. Put on blocking patrol. Make it fodder for somebody else. Oh, you thought you were going to get your card back, huh? No, you weren't. Because I'm going to use it to block your card. They're both going to self-destruct. Although, okay, you do get to untap it. Yeah, so you could wait until they actually make a big attack. Then you target, untap, and smackaroony with them. Rakta says, I call foul. There's so little wording on this card that I can read it. Read it without my glasses? Yeah, a real Yu-Gi-Oh card shouldn't be able to be read without your reading glasses, without a magnifying glass, and so on. This doesn't seem very good for constructed. Well, it could be a huge blowout. It's cheap enough for constructed. It's 2 mana. Yeah, then you're potentially removing 2 things and saving a lot of life, mind you. Okay, so definitely doable. It might be on the strong side, especially for standard, but I wonder who would play it though. Maybe a control deck. Control deck might want this. Maybe. Actually, maybe not. I don't know who will play. This is an awkward card. That's the problem. Like, it only is great if your opponent is playing with a lot of cards. Maybe you have a sacrifice deck, so you can steal something and then no matter what, sack it. So that's probably the only thing you can do here. Font too large. Shred it. Back to the freebie section. We have Thalia of Thraben, no longer Guardian. No longer this and that. We have an alternate art here. Oh, we have an emblem. Okay, for 3 mana, we have Thalia at 3. Oh, this is Thalia as a what's it called? Thalia is a planeswalker. First planeswalker, sorry, Thalia, yeah. Okay, +1 until your next turn. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast, and creatures your opponents control enter tapped. Then we have -2, exile target tapped creature, which is pretty typical for, I think, a white planeswalker. -5, you get an emblem with whenever a non-token creature you control enters, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Ooh, that's a very unusual ability for white. Since when did white clone things like that? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they always did. Planeswalker is literally on the card. The legendary Planeswalker Thalia. Well, yeah, well, I've recognized Thalia as a creature in all her prior iterations. This is the first time I've seen her as a Planeswalker. And mess up your order of operations and make your own spells cost more. I suppose that's possible. Yeah, play your spells first, then give it the +1. So we do have the option to make things more expensive, like the OG Thalia. Somehow I feel like this still needs to be like 2 mana. At 3 mana, this might be too expensive. The good news is that you do get to protect your Thalia a little bit by giving the -2, and then, I mean, if there's any other creatures left on the battlefield, then they'd be used to attack the Thalia to death. Cool card, very cool. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. We have another one from Corbinik. Oh, I did that super chat already. Okay, last one for the day. Only for you, not for me, that's for sure. Path of Brambles. What is the Path of Brambles? Always with the old card style. Corbinik, huge fan of the classics. This is a green 0/3 wall. Creatures an opponent controls can't attack you unless its owner pays 1. Is this just like propaganda, but like cheaper? By merely existing, this path causes no end of pain. Creatures an opponent controls can't... Wait a minute, you have to declare an opponent? Whoa, 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 whoa. Creatures and opponent control. Shouldn't it just be creatures opponent? Creatures your opponents control can't attack you unless its owner pays 1. I think that would be fine. Yeah, and opponent. Yeah, it's very... So wait, we have to declare an opponent when it enters the battlefield? I think we were missing a few words on this. I think like when it enters the... So if you really want it as worded, it should be... Sorry, as designed here, it should be... when Path of Brambles enters the battlefield, choose an opponent. Creatures of the chosen opponent controls can't attack you unless its owner pays 1. Or you could just pretty easily just say, you know, creatures your opponents control can't attack you unless it pays 1. Propaganda was 2 per creature. Yeah, Propaganda was also 3 mana. Same thing with Ghostly Prison. This is 2 mana. All right, we don't want to have 2 mana propagandas out there. So I think it's actually fair that if we're going to have a propaganda at 2 mana, we're going to pay 1. So this is it's mini propaganda. All right, a little bit of propaganda in your news. Remind everyone not to attack me. Don't attack me. You want to attack me? You got to pay the tax, the propaganda tax. Yeah, I think it works. I think it works. I think it's okay. This probably is a very frustrating card to play against, though. Man, the green players, they would definitely play this thing. Good thing it doesn't draw a card when it enters the battlefield. This isn't one per creature. It's 1 for all creatures to attack. Oh my god, is that right? Creatures opponent controls can't attack. You're right! Oh my, the damn draws is right. This is worded horribly. Corbinik, it's so weak. It's only pay 1 for all creatures to be able to attack you. Oh my god, it's how it was designed. Okay. This card will do borderline nothing. Okay, but it still has to like specify an opponent or all opponents. Propaganda effects on a creature are also easier to remove. Yeah, you can blow this thing out of the water with like any sort of removal. Okay, super fair. Corbinik doesn't want to be ultra annoying. Just a little annoying, you know? Okay, just gonna pay 1. Just one. Just make sure you don't tap out completely. That's all. Just keeping the game honest over here. Very, very honest. Corbinic is a very honest person. That's what's going on here. Okay, next freebie section. We got Sisyphus, ever climbing. It's a 4-mana 14/14 spirit. When Sisyphus is targeted or becomes blocked, return him to his owner's hand. That sucks. Sisyphus can't block. I don't get it. This has to be a flavor win. This card is terrible. This is so bad. He will reach Elysium when the boulder reaches the top of the hill. He ought to know now it never will. What is this? Bingo 10 out of 10 or more? Oh yeah, we have a bingo. We have a spot on the bingo card for that. Yeah, we've got... Do we actually? Yeah, we do actually. Oops. 10 out of 10 or greater. Sisyphus sounds like an insult. Yes, maybe it's the origin of sissy. Yes, sissy. Yes, Sisyphus just was carried down for many generations, for many millennia. I don't know the origins to these Greek stories. You got Sisyphists. Sisyphean task is named for this. He has a boulder to roll up a hill forever in Greek legend. Thanks for letting us know. All right, this card. I mean, it's legal. It's terrible though. I mean, it's not. It's not that it's badly designed. It's just why. Oh, it is you know what? Sorry, it's a 14/14. I actually, even after putting it on the bingo card, I just completely brushed off the fact that this thing is basically the power of Emrakul. Basically Emrakul. That 4 mana, that is a lot of mana. Nikachu doesn't know Greek legends. I know some. All right. Have you ever heard of... I can't think of the names off the top of my head. Goliath and... Oh, who was the small one? Yeah, Goliath story. I know. You know Goliath? I know Goliath. Can't remember the little guy that took on Goliath. I guess you couldn't fling him. No, I think you can actually, because fling is as a cost to cast fling. You just sacrifice a creature. It doesn't say that it can't be sacrificed. David, that's it. David and Goliath. It is not Greek. Well, okay, you got me. All right. I tried to pretend. And I got caught in the act, live on stream, in complete embarrassment. And I also have I have a friend who has like a master's in Greek mythology. They're just cringing watching me right now. That's a completely different fictional book. Okay, well, you know what? We're gonna look at more of these fictional Magic the Gathering cards. You know what? If I want, there could be a David Goliath in Greek. It's all made up anyway. But we gotta thank our sponsors today, starting with FusionGamingOnline.com. Deal of the week, save 20% off all board games, but not to mention, this is the one-stop shop for all your TCG needs, where you need Magic the Gathering cards. What do they got here, actually? We got Magic the Gathering, we got Pokemon, we got Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Flesh and Blood, Altered, Riftbound, Lorcana, One Piece, and more. Even things they called Neopets. Not to mention, yeah, get all your singles and sealed product at FusionGamingOnline.com. I'll tell you what, here's a great hack for you. Great hack for me, too. Get 5% off all your purchases when you use coupon code Nikachu at checkout. Save some money for yourself. Maybe get yourself a stocking stuffer. And stuff my stocking as well, because it supports the channel. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards on the digital client. Magic Online to play all your favorite paper formats, but digitally in the digital realm. And you don't have to own the cards, just rent them using mana traders. And you have access to every set, every card, and have access to every deck in every format. You can support the channel using coupon code Nikachu_58V for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. And back to, okay, we go look at one more. I think we can look at one more freebie, and then it's going to be it for the freebies on Reddit. Okay, we got Soldier Stash. This is a green X artifact. It's got Ravenous. This artifact enters with X +1/+1 counters on it. If X is 5 or more, draw a card when it enters. Is this an elixir card? It is not an elixir card. I was like, I was just trying to think, is Elixir just trying to like really push the limits of the rules? Because I don't know why this artifact would enter the battlefield with +1/+1 counters. At the beginning of combat on your turn, move a +1/+1 counter from this artifact onto up to 1 target creature. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Actually, it actually is super flavorful because it's called the Soldier Stash. They stash in weapons, stash in some armory or over here. Although, if I understand correctly, the more armor you put on a soldier, the less nimble they are to deal damage. So it's like it's a give and take thing, you know? Putting more armor should actually make them weaker at attacking. The more toughness a creature has should be directly correlated to how much weaker the attacking gets. Stuff my stocking as well. Nikachu sounds... Well, you know what? There's a lot of things you could take out of context from what I say. Armories also hold ammo and weapons, not just armor. Well, then why is it a +1? It's just, they're counters that go on the creature. This one is just armor, as far as I'm concerned. If it was weaponry, like a cannon, it'd probably be an equipment or something. No, it's a power-crept weapon rack. I don't even know what that is. The hell's a weapon rack? Well, you know what? I don't think it's a big problem. This card looks so slow at the beginning of combat on your turn. Move a +1/+1 counter from this artifact onto up to 1 target creature. This is gonna be forever. If I have 4 counters on this, I don't think it's gonna live to use all of its counters up. So I say it's legal. Okay, next up, we've got Raruni Rockman with a massive super chat. I have 2 cards today on one post. The great Deku tree. Let's take a look at this. The great Deku tree. From none other than Legend of Zelda. Oh, it's so small though. Use the extra for whatever you like. All right, there'll be 2 more super chats. It'll be a freebies. Thank you so much, Raruni Rockman. The Great Deku Tree. Can we zoom in here? Yeah, sort of. Okay, so we have for 5 mana a legendary Tree Folk with Defender and Reach. Tree Folk you control have +0/+1 and Ward 2 for all the Tree Folk folks out there. At the beginning, I believe I can move this. At the beginning of your end step, if you did not play a land this turn, you may create a green 0/1 forest Tree Folk land creature token named Korok. It's also a 2/6 creature. This is very original, I think. I don't recall ever a creature making land creatures. Has anything ever come close? It's basically a tree that makes baby trees. Tree Folk land. It's a forest, though. From The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Oh my god, so it must have been, was it before the Great Deku tree died? Because that's where I remember. Yeah, land creature tokens, you heard that right. Now it's 5 mana, all right? It's 5 mana. And this card itself is harmless. It's got 2 power, but it's got Defender. So it's going to sit there as a bump on the log, just ramping you up. It's going to be ramping you up every single turn. Investing in new trees, all right? The best time to plant a tree was 50 years ago. The next best time at the beginning of your end step, okay? You heard the saying. The next best time is at the beginning of your end step. I think this is a cool card. That's definitely a pass for me. Next up, we've got Phantom Ganon. This is a 5-mana illusion horror. Very scary Ganon. It's got 3/4. Flying in Myriad. Is Myriad like when you attack, you make a bunch of tokens that are also attacking everybody else? Whenever Phantom Ganon enters or attacks, it deals 2 damage to up to 1 target permanent an opponent controls, unless that permanent's controller taps it. So that's going to be even worse. So when it enters, and isn't Myriad like both? It's going to enter and attack at the same time. So like when it enters and attacks, you could deal 4 damage, but you do have the option to tap it. You know what? Okay, is this from okay, this is from Ocarina of Time. Okay, story time. Story time, everybody. But this is not going to make any sense to anybody unless they played Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I completely screwed myself from winning Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time by defeating Phantom Ganon wrong. I defeated him without defeating him the right way. Apparently, he like throws a projectile at you, and you're supposed to like smack it back with your sword, and he'll smack it back, and you'll smack it back, and eventually he'll get damaged. That's very important, because that's how you defeat Ganon or Ganondorf at the very end of the game. But me didn't learn how to defeat Phantom Ganon like that. I noticed he was like floating up and down, up and down. He's floating up and down, and my sword could reach him when he was low enough, and he got dealt damage. The game let me deal damage to Phantom Ganon when he was low enough, and I killed him like that. So I never learned that technique to like basically do the baseball bat at the ball of energy or whatever. I don't even know why the game let me do that. But anyway, yeah, so I found out when he swings low enough, you can stab him, and that's how I did it. And I'm like, that's how it's possible. And that, when I got to the end of the game, I'm like, how the hell do you beat Ganondorf? He's invincible. You can't do anything. It's like, why don't you just do what you did to Phantom Ganon? Or like, what are you talking about? You just shoot him back with the sword. You use it like a baseball bat. I'm like, you can do that? I don't think it was a glitch. Well, I mean, it was poorly designed, we'll say. I think it was just a bad game design that they let me kill Phantom Ganon like that. It was really hilarious. Anyway, okay, moving on. I mean, this card probably is fine. The worst case scenario, like, it's not shooting off creatures when it deals 2 damage. Remember, it deals up to like 4 damage, right? So I think it triggers as it's attacking at the same time. But the opponent has the option to tap the permanent. You just... Oh, I actually didn't even know you could shoot him with arrows. I was not much of an arrow person, but that makes a whole lot of sense to me as well. It should save you some time in a speed run. No! What? My method was slow. It was really, really slow, because he wasn't drooping down that much often. He was like floating up, floating up, floating up, floating up, floating down. And you had to time it perfectly. But, you know, if... You know, there was no timer. There was no timer, so I could take forever doing that. Anyway, Phantom Ganon. Good old memories of the Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Okay, moving on. We've got Rakdos with tossing in some Gundam flavor with Operation British and Garmy Zab, Xeon's favorite. Operation British? British? This is a funny card. Okay, wait, is this a 007 card? Is this a live look at Tomorrow Never Dies? It's a 3-mana legendary sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice X permanents. Good God! Destroy X target permanents. So I sack all my permanents to blow up your permanents? That sounds so familiar, like a wildfire card. For each permanent destroyed this way, its controller loses 2 life, and you create a treasure token. I actually think this is broken. I think this is super broken. This is big time broken. Because, like, you could just generate, like, a bunch of blood tokens. You can generate a bunch of treasure tokens. Creating tokens is not that hard. Like, it's not like you can sacrifice X non-token permanents. You can sacrifice a bunch of your useless crap and then make your opponents, like, lose all their crap. And you only have X on the top of, like, the Operation British. Yeah, but you need to sack other stuff to kill other stuff. Yeah, but it's not hard to create other stuff is what I'm trying to get at. So this is definitely, I think this is broken as hell. On top of that, what? Okay, so its control loses 2 life and you create a treasure token? Do you have any idea how lopsided this is? It's completely insane. No, it should be like, like if I were to fix this thing and it would get overhauled big time. It'd be like 3 mana X. As initial cost to cast this spell, also sack X non-token permanents, and then you could be like destroy X target permanents, and for each permanent destroyed this way, its control loses 2 life. But that's it. It just stops there. It also actually might be too strong as like a lose 2 life thing, because like this is a fantastic finisher in any deck that's trying to burn somebody down. Oh yeah, it's broke. It's completely broken on all cylinders. Don't try to fix it. Remains it danger like crazy. In the case of actual Gundam, Zeon sacrificed its land space colonies to hit the enemy land half the damn Earth. Okay, there is a world where you could just be like 3 mana X as initial cost to cast the spell, sacrifice X lands, and then destroy X lands. That's about it. That's all you have to do. Plus it destroys that. Well, apparently that's the flavor. I'm not a big Gundam person. I have no idea what goes on in that show. But yeah, this is it's broken in 5 ways to Sunday. Okay, next let's take a look at Garma. What's going on with Garma here? Garma Zabi. Oh! Look at that, Pedgeman. You're not the only person with animated cards these days. We have a 4 mana 3/3 human noble. It's got flying. Oh, I guess there's a ship. He's got his own ship. And first strike. Whenever Garma Zabi attacks, you may pay a blue. If you do, create a 1/1 blue soldier creature token with flying named Dop that's attacking. Sounds like a way of insulting someone. You stupid Dop. Like dope. If you know what I mean. Maroony Rockman's, I'm a G Gundam guy myself. Okay, well, I'm just depending on all of you here. I love that we got the Gundam fans here. Not alone, Raktus. No, we got the whole Weeb Nation in the house. There's millions of you out there. Tap, sacrifice Garma Zabi. Garma Zabi deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker. This card is fine. Actually, it's also pretty neat. So when you attack, you can pay mana so you get more creatures. That's also, I guess what you said, that's also attacking? What does this mean? Creature with flying named Dop that's attacking. I guess you mean, I don't know if you mean tapped and attacking or it's just untapped and attacking. I guess that's fine too. That's not a problem. It's 4 mana in 3 colors as a 3/3. I like that it flies though. Makes it easier to attack with this thing. Should be Mardu, not Grixis. I think the idea, the blue is the flying. Does this thing fly? I think that's where the blue is coming from. Blue is a flying color, which is weird, but not really. Actually, no, it's not. We use our brains. It's a thinking thing. You know, those artificers and engineers, they went to university. Probably Urza University. Okay, next up, we've got the main Mon. Samantha, God of the Abyss. Woohoo! And Abyssal Moth, apart from the fun set, not related to Commander, that the keyword is Abyssal. We have a 5 mana 1/10 Abyssal God. When Samantha, God of the Abyss, enters the battlefield, each player exiles all cards from their graveyard. Also, we have a natural... Well, I'm not going to call this a rest in peace, but it's something like a... you know, like ETB, like, you know, wipe the graveyard. Endurance. It's like endurance. Okay, Abyssal Knowledge. You may cast cards with Abyssal without paying the mana costs. That sounds crazy. If Samantha, God of the Abyss, would be put into a graveyard, exile it instead. Abyssal 5. Discard 2 cards. If this card is in exile, you may cast it for its Abyssal cost. It sounds like it's broken, but I don't know any other Abyssal cards in existence. Bajuka Bog. Oh, that's a better analogy. Raruni Rockman. It's more of a Bajuka Bog. Samantha, God of the Bog. Lord of the Bog. Bingo, new creature type. We got a new creature type. The Abyssal, apparently. Where is new? Nope. New creature. Creature low. Where's new creature type? New creature type. There we go. You don't like the circles? I like it looks clean. We have a cleaner bingo card now. Abyssal as a mechanic seems broken. It also sounds abysmal. Abyssal. The main Mon says the bog is actually what I took inspiration from. There we go. You looked at that Bajuka Bog and you told yourself, you know what? I could make a commander out of this. And this commander is going to be amazing. Okay, but Abyssal Knowledge sounds broken. What, you can cast cards with Abyssal without paying their mana cost? This is only a 5 mana card. So for 5 mana, I might get like, I have the power of Enter the Infinite. Was it Enter the Infinite or no? Omniscience. I have the power of Omniscience. New keyword? Oh, what? Abyssal Knowledge? Or something, or Abyssal. I don't know what exactly the keyword is, but where is custom keyword? I think is the proper way. Do not make exile a second graveyard. It's too late, little MX Doom. Too late. It's a new word. Custom keyword Abyssal. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna with very, I don't know. I'm hoping out for the best. I'm gonna give it a pass, but we're gonna look at your next card, and if it's like an Abyssal card and it can be played for free and it's broken, I'm gonna go back and ban Samantha, God of the Abyss. So what is the other card? The other one is Abyssal Moth. Abyssal Moth. Okay, how many moth cards are there? Abyssal Moth for 2 mana. This can be, remember, this can be played for free. It's a free card. 2 mana. It's got the box of a land. It's a 1/1 Moth Elemental. Flying for 2 mana. Exile Abyssal Moth. Target player discards 2 cards. Abyssal for 2 mana. Discard 2 cards from your hand. If the card is in exile, you may cast it for its Abyssal cost. Okay. This card is hopelessly bad. It's really, really, really weak. So if the entire mechanic, like if all the cards that you can cast for free are like, let's say, affinity level, you know, we're talking like Frogmite, Memnite, Ornithopter. I think this is gonna be fine. It's not gonna break the game. But you know, the moment that Abyssal cards get power crept in any capacity, it's gonna be super in danger. Super in danger. I think we need more ways to get cards from exile. Pull from Eternity. Literally says it on the card. It's from the Eternity. You can pull it back from it. It's possible. Balanced. Yeah, balanced. Actually balanced. Surprised the crap out of me. The failed experiment by the goddess of the abyss to create life to keep her company. Next up, we've got the Damn Draws Phase 2 lands. What does that mean? Phase 2? Oh yeah, and you said you had a set. All right, we're gonna go through the Damn Draw's entire set because sometimes there's the case that like, I don't want to be so big. How did I do this before? I mean, it's actually, it's a land. It's okay. It doesn't have power or toughness. Stretching Savannah. This is it's a Plains Force, so you can fetch it. We can fetch these cards out, everybody. That's scary. That could be a danger. I could get this with Flooded Strand. This land enters tapped unless a player gained life this turn. Oh, so it's a new take on dual lands. Effectively, probably coming into play tapped really often because at the beginning of the game, nobody's gaining life. This land enters tapped unless a player gained life this turn. You would be beautiful. You go like fetch land pass, then somebody puts one of those lands into play tap that also gains 1 life, and it's like, I've got at your end step, I gotta move. I'm gonna like crack my fetch land, get my stretching Savannah in play, let it stretch its arms over here. It's the circle of life. Is this a Disney thing? The stretching Savannah? I don't see no Lion King in here. Yeah, it's a Christmas stream. Well, sort of. Depends on your time zone. It's a Christmas Eve stream for me. It's a Christmas stream for everyone that watches it the next day. Next up, we've got, I believe it's all the same. So, you know, we've got the Mirage Tundra. We've got the Fetid Underground Sea. Oh, wait a minute. They're all different. They're all different. Okay, Mirage Tundra is, this land enters tapped unless a card was revealed this turn. And I believe you need to reveal it based on like what the cards do. You can't be like, okay, just look at this damn thing. You know, look at my card. I just revealed something. Okay, we have Fetid Underground Sea. So it's going to come into play untapped unless a card was discarded this turn. And we also have Boundless Taiga, which will enter the battlefield tapped unless a player was dealt damage this turn. That one's the most broken, I think. I would change that one to something else. I would change this one to something else. You know why? Because you can be the person that got dealt damage with a fetch land. So this one is superior to the other ones. There is no difference between this Taiga and like actual Taiga, at least when it comes to like fetching it out. Of course, Taiga is still a little bit better because if you draw it in your opening hand, that's a different story. Fetches pay life; they don't deal damage. Oh, you know what? You're right. Yeah, you're right. And when you're right, the real Maxim, you're right. Yeah, fetch pay life, not dealt combat damage. Okay, no, okay, you know what? Okay, they're all good. They're all good. They're actually really good design too. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see the Dams card over there. Okay, next up, we've got Kano with Connor Android sent by Cyberlife. / Connor is another. Okay, I'm not reading all that. Connor Android. I'll read it when I get there. I only know one Connor, and that's from Terminator. John Connor. Okay, Connor, Android sent by Cyberlife is a 4-mana 3/3 Android detective. It's almost like a human version of Data from Star Trek. Oh my god, we're gonna have like an actual Data card soon. Did I miss one of the damned lands? Oh, did we miss a land? I thought I got through all. Okay, hold on. Backspace. Okay, let's go to phase 2. I missed the arid badlands. So this land enters tapped unless a crime was committed this turn. This is the worst. Oh no, this one is this the easiest one? Sorry, no, crime is easy. Yeah, you can just target somebody. Okay, again, very nice pair of lands. Very good idea too. Okay, Connor, Android sent by Cyberlife. We have a red. Sacrifice a clue. The next time Connor would deal combat damage this turn, instead remove a creature you control from combat and put a charge counter on this creature. If it has 3 or more charge counters on it, you may have it deviate. Okay, this is getting convoluted. If this creature isn't a deviant, exile it unless you transform it. Whenever an opponent commits a crime or this creature attacks, investigate. This is so unbelievably busy. What does this card do again? It's not even when it happens. It's like the next time Connor would deal combat damage, instead remove a creature you control from combat. Okay, from combat, not remove it from the game. Then put a charge counter on this card. Now, if we have 3 or more charge counters on it, you may have it deviate. What the hell is that? If this creature isn't a deviant, exile it unless you transform it. So I have to what? So if it has 3 or more charge counters on it, okay. So I either exile it or we transform it. Well, you know what? I would love to transform it if you don't mind. We have now Connor RK800 Deviant. This is a 2/4 Deviant Android Detective. Tap, sack X clues. Target artifact creature with mana value X and all other permanents with the same name as that permanent deviates. Oh, God. At the beginning of your upkeep, for each charge counter on Connor, investigate. If 20 or more artifact cards are in exile, you win the game. This reminds me of the dairy cow strategy, you know? I go to my dairy cow to make 3 milk tokens. I sell it to the dairy market so I can get the cheese factory. He stops the violence and then they go crazy? I'm not sure. We have Raymond Windsor says 2-sided card because one side wasn't enough for all the text and all the ideas. I have no idea what the flavor is to this card. I'm imagining this is a huge flavor win. It's like I can tell the card is telling a story, but it is a story that is unbelievably hard to follow. Andrew says, you mentioned Star Trek Data. I'm calling it that Make It So will be a card since they added quotes from Avatar. It'll quench ya. And that's rough, buddy. Oh, yeah. Okay, you called it. Was Make It So a Data reference? Were you talking about, like, I can't remember who said that. Was it Riker or Picard? I wasn't a big Star Trek person. I should say, I wasn't a big Star Trek The Next Generation person. For some reason, I watched all of Voyager when I was a kid. Okay, we got Elixir. 20 artifacts in exile is not too difficult. Well, honestly, come on, you have to get this thing sacrificed. I mean, it's a lot of... I will admit that this whole win the game thing at the end, that's an accomplishment in itself. If you can flip this card, get 20 artifacts that are in exile, you deserve to win the game. 100%. This thing could die at any moment. This thing could die at any moment. Mill yourself, then bog yourself. Well, you need a lot of artifacts in your deck. Although this can be... Oh, do you know what? I guess this card could be your commander, so you always have this available. Remember, it's got a deviant, all right? You got a deviant to the other side. Yeah, otherwise you ain't winning anything. I bet if you built the whole deck around milling yourself and exiling your graveyard, this deck would fall on its face twice. I created it to hit the 5 bingo. Okay, what are the 5? What are you doing? Okay, you get 1 bingo. Which of all the things do you get? I don't get it. Okay, we do have a pretty wordy card. Do you know what? I'll give you that one for sure. That was one of the wordier ones I've seen in a very long time. I have to read it. I have to read it not twice, but thrice. 5 types. Are there 5 types? What happened here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Legendary artifact creature. Oh, okay. So we've got 5 types. What else do we got here? 5 card types. Leveler is finally good. That's a good point. Andrew Daniels. Yeah, if they make Connor Android sent by Cyberlife in real life, the value of Leveler is going up. It's going up, not down. Okay, I'm gonna give you 2 of those bingo cards. Otherwise, I don't want to encourage people to like build cards to like hit the entire bingo square, and then it would be really stupid. Okay, next up we've got Elixir Tyren. Did we do it already? Is the post title 2 separate cards? You already got a few cards, Elixir. You already got a few cards. You already know. You sneaked in there with those. You snuck in, just like those sneaky ninjutsu cards you made. We got Rock the Boat. All right, banger name. I don't even know what this card does. I just love it. For a blue, instant, multi-kicker of 2. Tap target creature, then untap it. Then repeat this process for each time the spell was kicked. It sounds... we have this wobble, or... Oh, it's not quite the same. Don't rock the boat, baby. Gotta be careful when you do that. So what is the point of this? Like, it's gonna trigger cards that, like, tap? I don't know if this is really a flavor win, in any case. There's no boat, there's no boat in the game. Oh my god. Yeah, the merfolk. If the merfolk or the sirens ever want to beat a bunch of soldiers in boats, just capsize their boats and that's it. They're dead. There are cards that trigger on untap. So, like this, but like in my mind, I don't know how this card works because it's like tapping and untapping many times while it's resolving. Like what? Like I understand when there's like separate instances of tapping and untapping. You know what would be maybe a little bit, you would make a little bit more sense instead of multi-kicker, it was like replicate. You know what I mean? So there can be a separate instance of like rock the boat on the stack, because when you have this rock the boat, it's only one rock the boat on the stack. Like how does that work? So like you multi-kickered it 20 times, but the card is like just blinking a million times before this card fully resolves. You know what I mean? So I think it would be slightly better. I would think it would be slightly better if it had like a replicate thing. Isn't each kick a separate instance? No. Yeah, no, it's not. It's just going to be and not a separate like multi-kicker. Oh, actually, hold on. Does it? I'm trying to think of a multi-kicker card that is used. You missed bingo 5+ on the name for Connor. No, I gave you 2. I gave you a wordy card, and then I gave you 5+ card types because it was a legendary artifact creature and then something else. That's a. I'm not gonna let you people game the system to fill up the whole bingo card on one card. Does multi-kicker shouldn't put like extra cards on the stack. Also, people are pointing at Kilo. What are you talking about? Lily Kazami says, might trip some of those old tax auras that did damage when something got tapped. That's possible. Okay, so, I mean, like, I wouldn't say this card is illegal, but I think if it would be more flavorful if it had a more replicate vibe. Or something, at least any sort of mechanic that put multiple copies on the stack. What else? There was a second card in here, though, right? Uh-oh. Where'd the second card? What was the second card? Oh, no, it was right here. It's at the same time. Okay, Urabrask's Riposte. This is for a Phyrexian red. Could it danger? It's a legendary instant. You know, you may cast a legendary instant only if you control a legendary creature or planeswalker. Urabrask's Riposte deals 2 damage to any target. If you haven't lost life this turn, it deals 4 damage instead. So it deals 2 damage to any target. So it's basically a very rare shock. And if you haven't lost life this turn, so if I pay full retail, we get to deal 4 damage. I bet it danger. I bet this card is at danger, because I'll tell you why. So maybe it's not. Okay, so you have to have a legendary creature or a legendary permanent. Only if you control a legendary creature or planeswalker. Pay R to cast, get shocked in response. That's part of the game. You took damage. You only deal 2 damage now. Instant commander staple. Well, you know, in commander, dealing 4 damage for 1 mana is not broken. You know what I mean? Like, that's fine. That's on par for the power level of that format. But I'm just thinking, you know, what if this was in Modern or Legacy? 4 damage for 1 mana is a pretty big deal. That's a huge deal, and it's a super gut shot, and having a legendary creature is also not that crazy. But but you have to have the legendary in play, or this card does nothing. So maybe it actually is fine. Oh no, this plus Ragavan. Oh no! This plus Ragavan is, well, still legendary. There gotta be a legendary creature. And Rograk, yeah, amazing CDH. So now I gotta figure out when he reviews the cards. Turns out my family thing doesn't start right now. No, I'm reviewing all your cards. I see your super chats. See your super chat. You're actually over super chatting. But I'm going in order. So at the very least, you'll be able to see your cards on the replay. I promise. I do everybody's cards. There are a few creatures that cost 1 that is legendary. Yeah, like Ragavan. Okay, I can't tell if this is broken. But I think you did a good... You made a good attempt at balancing it. I think it's a pretty decent attempt at balancing this card. Next up, Little MX Doom. Kirby card, not sure if it counts as 2, but Magol... How do you not know if it's 2 cards? Magalore. Repentant? No, it's 1 card. I have a second card I can show if this counts. It's gonna count as 1 card. It's not too worried. Like, you know, you still have to be so it's I see it's an adventure card. Like, you still have to be careful how much text you put on the left and right. Because some people are like, okay, I'm gonna fill this whole thing with text. Oh, by the way, I have a second side. It's also loaded with text. And I want it for $5. I'm like, no, we can't do this anymore. I used to do it for $2. Oh man, I just can't do that. Okay, we got Magalore Repentant, and it's cute. He's a 3-mana 2/3, and this Magalore is going on an adventure. This wizard ally, lost in another dimension for 7 mana, affinity for creature tokens. Okay. For each player, return up to 1 permanent or spell they control to their owner's hands. That's fine. That's fine. It's a bit of annoying, but it's also okay. Then also, what if we play this as a wizard ally for 3 mana? It's got vigilance. Whenever a creature enters under your control, you gain 1 life. If this is the second time this ability triggered this turn, draw a card. Whenever a creature enters under your control, you gain 1 life. That is frustrating as hell. That sounds so strong. It's not even a non-token creature. There's so many cards that are like, okay, play this creature, get a token. Cast this creature, get a token. But it's 3 mana for a 2/3. Vigilance. Whenever... This card looks so frustrating to play against. Especially one-on-one. Urabrask needs something. His cards are mediocre from my recollection. We mean Urabrask. You mean the last card that we looked at? The Super Bolt? Rumor Gatherer is 3 mana. What do you mean Rumor Gatherer? Literally would play it. Everyone would play this card. Yeah, it's a 3 mana for a Soul Sister, that 1 Bloomburrow, plus that 1 Bloomburrow enchantment. I'm not familiar with the enchantment. Plus, it's another card. Let's not forget about the Lost in Another Dimension. Toilet Duck says, fun thing to do whenever a creature enters ability that makes tokens, so it goes infinite with itself. To Damdros, yeah, stretching Savannah would enter untapped with this guy. Yes, it would. We're gonna make a lot of life. Okay, I'm gonna give it a pass. I don't really want to. I think the other side is really well. I can't tell if this other side is just broken as hell. Because drawing cards plus gaining life is like pretty easy in this deck. There's so many cards that make tokens, so you just play creature, make token, and then you're drawing cards every turn. Okay, Little MX Doom wants a second card. The Onion Knight. Onion Knight. We have a 3 mana 2/2 Vigilance. Equipment you control have Job Select. I don't remember what that does. What does Job Select do? Job Select MTG mechanic. I need a job. Creates a 1/1 colorless hero token when in equipment with job select. Equipment you control. Oh, yes. Okay, so everything comes into play with the job already. Gotcha. Okay, that is fine. That I can get behind. 100%. I don't even have to think about it. While seemingly weak, Onion Knights have incredible potential. What the hell is an Onion Knight? Is it just a name? Do they make you cry when you get too close? I don't even know. Okay, next up, we've got Majra. Majra is back. The Lord of the custom cards. Okay, the negotiation game is from H&H and Fortune Daddy. E3 is the head of a new deck I've done. What? Okay, I found your post. That's all that matters. Okay, let's take a look. Can we get closer? Do you know what? I can hold on. Whoa. Okay, we can do this. We can work with this. The negotiation game. This is a 4-mana legendary enchantment. When the negotiation game enters, each player exiles the top 3 cards of their library face up, then exile the top 3 cards of their library face down. Each player chooses 1 pile to put in their hand and the other into their graveyard, then loses life equal to the total mana value of the cards put into their hand this way. Interesting. So, but we didn't negotiate here. At the beginning of your upkeep, transform the negotiation game. And that's going to turn into Marina. Are we seeing the whole card here? No, we're not. Okay, there we go. Marina Prudo. This is a creature? It is a legendary creature. Okay, I'm just gonna look at it like this. It's a 2/2 human rogue. Whenever you commit a crime, you may pay 1. If you do, each opponent loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. How do I get back to normal? There we go. I know this lady has a cult or something. I would love to play with some of these in real life. Well, there's nothing wrong with just trying to rule 0 them into your game, you know? Hey, everyone, can I play with the negotiation game? It's super fun. It's fun for fun for everyone. Why can't I move this left and right? I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the confines of Discord here. She's the level up character, if I recall correctly. So this is from something. It's from H&H and Fortune Daddy. E3 is the head of a new deck I've done. We have Majra. Some people say proxy cards. Majra says, I'm just going to make them from scratch. Technically stealing nothing. Not even intellectual property from Wizards of the Coast. Oh, Hunter X Hunter. What little Amex doing is like, Onion Knights are the starting job of Final Fantasy 3. They start off super weak, but have an absurd stats at max level. They make 3D... In the 3D remake, they are a secret job. You have to fight a super boss to fight. Okay, getting back to the negotiation game. When the this just seems like some interesting card advantage. So each play... We're all 3 piles up. I don't get the whole thing of face down. Oh, I guess you could choose the cards face down. And then nobody knows about those cards. Otherwise, those cards could end up being in the graveyard, and it was public information anyway. Each player chooses 1 pile to put in their hand and the other to put into their graveyard, then lose life. You'll total mana value of the cards put into their hand this way. Oh, then they have to reveal it. I don't understand the point of it face down then. So if I choose a pile that's face down and I put it in my hand, like, don't I have to reveal the hand in order to lose life equal to its mana value? And you don't pronounce the X either. Well, I don't know. It's just the real card. Hostile negotiations for everyone. Flavorful since it's called negotiation game. Majra admits their mistakes have been made. Okay, so like what's the mistake? Not I don't know how to fix this. You just don't lose life? Yeah, you would have to reveal the face down cards. So like the face down pile like just doesn't matter at all. Well, actually, no, it does matter. It does matter actually, because people have to choose a pile maybe based on the other cards that are revealed. And if there are face down cards, then no one can make a decision based on those face down cards. So that would still be a surprise. So it actually still matters. So Maja says, the version I wanted to show made the life loss at the card that are discarded. Oh, so no matter what goes to the graveyard, because that will be public, they lose that life. Okay, interesting. A bit weird because the good cards usually cost a lot of mana. So why would we be putting them in the graveyard? The issue is in real life, most people have issue with customs. It all depends on the group. Hey, just get together with Majra over here. Majra has no problem with customs. You got to be prepared for Majra's customs. Majra is the custom king. Okay, next. Thank you. Wonderful cards. Wonderful idea. Just a little tweaking. A little tweak to the design. It's all good. Okay, we got, guess what, Rosie Kitty? You're next. You're next contestant on Nikachu MTG Live. Custom cards. What do we got here? Kane, Searcher of Truth. At first, I thought maybe that would be Kane from wrestling, who I don't know that much about. Gotta go will watch the VOD. No, you don't. You're right here. I don't know what this is for, though. Is that for the other one? Okay, we have a series of suspicious reports. A little sus for 2 mana. Domain. At the beginning of your upkeep, scry X. X is equal to the number of basic land types among lands you control. Oh my god. This is like a reasonable card. It like reads like a real card. Nikachu can't count. New bingo spot. Yeah, that could be. You have 2 cards. That was a double-sided card. Didn't we discuss that whole double-sided card? It was 2 sides. You don't get a 2-sided card for $5, Majra. You have to what was your super chat? Where's your super chat? Yeah, it's double face cards are 2 cards now. If you make me literally read 2 cards, that's 2 cards. Those are the rules. I know. A lot of people used to game the system like that, Majra, a long time ago. It used to be for $2 too. That was insane. Sorry about that, Majra. Well, you learn the hard way, I suppose. Okay, series of suspicious reports. Okay, so we got Domain so far as an enchantment. This is a very reasonable costing card. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 3 or more clues, transform into Kane, Restless, Scout, otherwise investigate. Oh, so we're going to gain some clues anyway. And we're going to turn into Kane. Well, we need the transform sound effect. Ta-da. A 5/3 human soldier scout, flying, first strike, protection from colorless. This can't be blocked. Oh my god, did we make like a true name nemesis? Oh no, sorry. It's just protection from colorless. So that actually everything interacts with this card except for, I don't know, what, a clue that got animated or something. I finally found the culprits, Kane. Where is this from? Some sort of cartoon. Some cartoon I've never heard of. So, okay, what is it? At the beginning of the end step, if you control 3 or more clues, transform into Kane. This card does not make clues by itself, so it's actually really hard. No, it does make. Upkeep scry X. X equal the number of basic land types among lands you control. So do you know what this is? This is very similar to, it reminds me of, what was that 2-mana enchantment where like you look at the top card of your deck and you put in the graveyard if you want to. It was like a surveilling card. Search for Azcanta. That's what it reminds me of. Very similar. But instead but you get a much better payoff than Search for Azcanta. Although it doesn't build itself. Like you do have to build around this card. You have to make the clues. It's not a clue maker by itself. Merry Christmas, Majra. Very nice to see you on Christmas. Best for you and all of your family. Yeah, search for his canto, exactly what I was thinking of. Yeah, Walls Eldrazi. We have the anti-Eldrazi card. What is this flying apparatus? This is the most insane flying device of all time. It's like a Spider-Man suit with flames attached to it. Bingo alert, learn grammar. Where was that? For what? It just says, glad Nikachu is running today. Went to Dairy Queen because online said holiday hours, which I just guess means closed. No, they might have holiday hours. You can still go to your Dairy Queen. You can get yourself some ice cream. Yeah, it's a spider leg jetpack. You never seen? No, I have not. It seems impossible to fly too. That is over engineering to the max, in my opinion. Okay, this is front to back. This is actually a very fair card. Very, very fair. Somehow I think it should just make clues though, to be honest. The beginning of your, I don't know how though. Beginning of your upkeep, scry X. X is equal to the number of basic land types among lands you control. I don't know a fair way to make clues out of this card. I don't know how to do it, but there's probably some way. Okay, next up, let's take a look at. Okay, this is a dono for Pedgeman later. Oh, I guess we could do it now. No, we got to go through all the double things. All the people with double super chats. What is this? You already did one. Renowned guy. If you can't do mine, then this dono for bingo will be out for holiday festivities with the family. Don't worry, you might even be around. Okay, so we're gonna do all the donos at the end. I have to prioritize the people who paid $10. Like Brandon Hall. Cyberpunk 2077. Sounds fun. Should I play this game? I never played the game. I heard it was really glitchy. So Solomon Reed and Hansen. I heard it was full of glitches. I'm like, well, why do I need to play the game while it's all glitched up? Brandon says, yes, play it. By all means. Okay, we have Solomon Reed. That's a sleeper. 5 mana, 5/5. What does it mean by sleeper? Like you're gonna underestimate this card, or is a sleeper as like it's gonna puts people to sleep? Which one of the two? Played on stream? That is not happening. I would like to embarrass myself in private. Thank you very much. Like sleeper cell probably. Ooh, sleeper agent. Didn't think about that one yet. That's an interpretation as well. I told them that it should be sleeper agent. You're right. It's very ambiguous. Okay, it's a human assassin. Death touch. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, gain an experience counter. Once per turn, you may cast a spell from your graveyard with mana value equal to the number of experience counters you have. Okay. Okay, so once per turn, you may cast. So you deal damage, you get 1 experience counter. Keep dealing damage, you get 2. And you're not doing it for free, right? So you may cast this creature from your graveyard or exile by losing experience counters equal to its mana value. Okay, I don't understand that part. Why is this so... Hold on. I'm going to shrink my Discord. Is this going to help? No, Discord is just making this thing so much more bigger than it needs to be. Why so big? And why isn't there like a sliding scale? Is there like a sliding scale to zooming in on these things? So it's so silly that Discord just, it's like, okay, yeah, you want to look at the veins and the fingerprints here. We're gonna zoom in that close on this card. Brandon says you build counters by attacking. Then, if he dies, you can cash out to recast him. You may cast this card from your graveyard or exile by losing experience counters. Oh, who gains the... Oh, do we gain the experience? This creature deals combat damage to a player. Gain an... Oh, we are gaining the experience counter, not the creature. Okay. I have a feeling it's like somewhat strong But it's fine. I'm surprised the assassin is so like a 5/5. It's almost like a one of those bodyguards. Not a bodyguard. Bouncer. It's got the strength of a bouncer over here. Well, I mean, I guess there are a lot of assassins that are got to be big and strong. They're not there's not only assassins aren't relying just on their own guns. Old man in a profession where men die young. Yes, that is correct. It's got a lot of experience. You know, it doesn't take many chances. Got to take as few chances as possible. It's gonna screw himself. All right, next up, we got Hansen. Bar Gast Alpha. This is a 5-mana 5/5 human soldier with First Strike. Also has Deploy too. Whenever this creature attacks, create 2 attacking and tapped white 1/1 soldier creature tokens. Is that the real mechanic? Don't we have a mechanic that does that already? I don't think it's called Deploy though. I swear there's already a card that does this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's called Deploy and I just never actually paid attention to the mechanic. I mean, totally fine though. At the end of your turn, tapped soldier tokens you control gain a +1/+1 counter. That is weird. Usually, usually until end of turn things are just invisible. They don't physically get counters. Mobilize does this, but they enter attacking. Whenever this creature attacks, create 2 attacking and tapped 1. Well, they're also enter attacking. Deploy creatures is a mechanic to switch control of a creature between teammates. It's real? Deploy keeps the tokens. Oh, that's the difference. Yeah, you know what? I didn't notice that. Yeah, deploy keeps the tokens. Okay. This guy dies to a little knife. I made sure of it. This is not a little knife. It's a big knife. This is a big chonker. This is a 5/5 creature, for crying out loud. At the end of turn, tapped soldiers you control gain. Oh, I see. Oh, sorry. No, it's not until end of turn. It's at the end of your turn. Tap soldier tokens you control gain a +1/+1 counter. So you better block those things or else they're just going to get bigger. Bigger and bigger. Okay, great card. This is worded weird. I didn't notice that they enter attacking. No, you know what? It's not worded weird. It's worded unintuitively. Because, like, a lot of cards... hold on. Did you say didn't notice that they enter attacking? Actually, I found that intuitive because there's a lot of other mechanics that do something similar. Like, when this creature attacks, create a token that's tapped and attacking. Happens all the time. Oh, I see why you got thrown off. Because usually it's tapped and attacking. So when this creature attacks... create 2 1/1 soldier creature tokens tapped and attacking. I see. Okay. So the templating is a little bizarre, but you know what? It's clean enough. So it could be worded a little bit better. Yeah, the text attacking. Yeah, exactly. Okay. I see. Yeah, I see where you tripped up. I also see where I tripped up. All right, but this card works. Next up, we've got Steve Cooper, Amulet of Fabrication. And also SC Chris Super Chat Christmas present to two target non-Pedgeman Crewsters. Not a shot at Pedgeman because also a donut to Pedgeman. All right, thank you very much for the Christmas the Christmas gifts to the custom community. Next, okay, so we have Amulet of Fabrication. This is a red artifact. I have no idea what game or anime this is from. If you know, let me know in the comments section or let me know in chat. Artifact, whenever an artifact you control enters, tapped, untap it. So we've got, it's basically Amulet of Vigor for the artifacts. If you would create 1 or more artifact, wait a minute, doesn't Amulet of Vigor affect everything? So this is just a strictly more expensive Amulet of Vigor. If you would create 1 or more artifact tokens, you may pay 1. If you do, create an additional 1 of those tokens. Oh! It's a stock clip art. Oh, is it? It looks like it's from a video game. Like it's a puzzle that you solve to unlock the door to a dungeon to continue the game or whatever. Seems like you'd be broken pretty bad. Maybe whenever an artifact control is tapped, untap it. Like if you can stockpile treasures, I guess if you create one or more artifact tokens, you may pay 1. If you do create an additional 1. Oh, I see. You know what? If you've got like, if you just get 1 treasure token in play, or like, hold on, yeah, hold on. Isn't this broken? Well, hold on. I assume that you can keep chaining this, right? So if you, oh, sorry, it says if you would create 1 or more artifact tokens, you can pay 1. So like if before, but how, when does this trigger? If you would create 1 or more tokens, or is it like a token is about to be created, do you want to pay 1? I just don't know when this happens. No, so it's not when they enter the battlefield. It's if they would enter the battlefield. You would get 1 extra one. That's how it's worded. I just don't know when you pay the 1. Like, how would you do that? It's like, okay, I'm about to make a token. Like, does that trigger? Does it like trigger upon like almost entering the battlefield? You know what I mean? I don't know when this triggers, if it triggers at all. It's like it's a trigger on a replacement effect. Seems sus to me. Bingo, learn grammar. It should be create that many tokens plus 1 or something like that. If you do create an oh, it says create additional. You got that right. Learn grammar. Where's the learn grammar thing? Learn grammar. Boom. It's pretty nice. The bingo card is actually beautiful. We got like 3, 3, 3. A lot of 3s over here. Oh, 3 going diagonal. Might have to reword it as create that many plus 1 instead. Yeah, I don't know the window that you're allowed to pay this 1. I did make this 5 minutes ago. Oh, so you made it while the show was running. Okay, so we have to disqualify it. I just don't know how this card works. It was, however, an amulet of fabrication. All right, moving on. We'll have those 2 donos at the end. Okay, it's time for donos to everybody, it seems. Okay, first 2 donos from... Oh, man. This is not a good dono show because there's not a lot of people here. All right, we have donos coming from Rooney Rockman, 2 of them. Okay, who is not Pedgeman wants a dono? And who has not been on the show? Okay, the real Maxim absolutely must have a card. Nikachu can't read 5 minutes ago does not equal in 5 minutes. Oh, yeah, that's right. Nikachu can't interpret. Those are 2 different things, damn draws. I am reading, I'm not interpreting. All right, the real Maxim. I'll give you the super chat sound effect. Oh, we have a Karametra. Where's Anna? Karametra God, Karametra. Or did you just post this thing? Let's get... Here we go. You just posted it. It's fresh off the grill. Karametra, God of the Land. It is a land god. That has gotta be crazy. It's a 6/6. Karametra enters tap. That's not good enough. The real Maxim. As long as your devotion to green is less than 7, Karametra isn't a creature. Okay. That still sounds very dangerous to me, though. When Karametra enters, if you played her from the command zone... Oh, my God. Oh, so we have a land... We always have a land drop from the command zone. Sacrifice her unless you pay 2 for each other time you've played her from the command zone this game. Oh, okay, so you can't dodge the command zone. Sorry, the commander tax. Tapped out of green. I get... Okay, how bonkers is this card? Well, there is a commander tax. There's a Karametra tax. The card was designed with that in mind, Kano. We're not dodging our taxes here. The IRS isn't going to be coming in and spanking Karametra over here. Where's our tax? Where's our taxes? Karametra. Should have marked. Well, this is a very biased show, Toilet Duck. Should have marked Nikachu can't read several times already. Hey, I don't know I can't read if I don't catch myself. You had a super chat a little while ago. I'm now going through them almost one by one. Do you have a? Yeah, you do. Oh yeah, there's some non-dono ones. Okay. We're gonna get through all the non-dono. You're right. You're right, Raptor with Wings. Thanks for letting me know. Small issue for rules, you can only cast from command zone, so bingo alert. What's the bingo alert? If you torpor orb, you don't need to pay the tax. That is correct. I thought, wait, you can only cast from the command zone? You can't play things from the command zone? Well, maybe it just doesn't work as intended. Doesn't work, bingo? Okay, hold on. Can I play lands from the command zone? I'm just looking this up. Just if somehow... No, you generally cannot play lands directly from the command zone in Magic the Gathering's commander format because you can only cast your commander, and lands aren't cast, they're played. However, this rule is for standard cards, but special cases exist, like custom lander cards with specific text allowing it. Well, you know what? We could always just put a clause on this thing that you can play it from your command zone and then it's legal. There's a lot of rules in Magic the Gathering that we just break. We just break them all the damn time. Technically, that is how it's written, but you could easily reword the rules. Or you just say it's still legal, but you're insane to put them in the command zone. That would be a fool's mistake. That would be the oldest mistake in the book, to build your entire deck. Imagine someone builds their deck around Karametra, God of the Land, and then they find out when they get to the game, it's like, you can't play that thing from the command zone. And by the way, your entire deck is colorless because this is a land. Oh, and how does this card work, actually? Can you play green cards in your deck? This is technically colorless. I just don't... What is the commander identity of this card? Is it green because there's a green mana symbol here? Or is it colorless because this is technically a colorless card? Has a green color symbol? Alright, so it's green. You get to play with green cards. Someone put all their effort building a Karametra God of the Land deck. They can't even play the damn land. The symbol next to the type line gives its identity. Alright. Next up, bingo alert, 5 words in the card name. Okay. 5 words in the name. Yeah, God of the Land. Nita can be your commander text like Shurikai Genesis Engine. Okay, next up. Okay, there is apparently non-donos here. Okay, this is dono. This is a dono. This is a dono. Detless. V3 1 some weird number. V3 1 sorry, 10,010. What does that mean in binary? Oh, good God. Oh, good God. I don't even have to read this thing. Why? Why, debt collector? Why? Why are you doing that to us? Okay, this is a true Dimitri card, if I've ever seen Dimitri. This is make a card in a long time. Okay, this is a 25 mana 5/5 shapeshifter, legendary artifact, enchantment creature. Changeling. The card is every creature type at all times. Affinity for shapeshifters. The spell costs 1 less to play for each shapeshifter you control. Undaunted. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each opponent. Convoke. Your creatures can help cast the spell. No, I'm not reading that. Delve. It's got contribution. Each creature you sacrifice while casting the spell costs 1 or more mana of that creature's color. And then also has for 10,010 Or I guess, oh yeah, we need commas in here. Can't be countered. Oh, that's the name. Vigilance, Hexproof, Death Touch, Haste, Trample, Toxic 5, and it has Infect. Rosie's like, bingo alert. We got 10 plus mana. We do, don't we? And that's all I'm giving it. See, that's one of those cards that are like designed to fill up the bingo space. But you know what? We're gonna get. Well, I'm just gonna give you one. Give one per card. Sometimes two. 5 words in the name. No, we did that one already. Yeah, it looks like it was. Like, is it trying to nail everything here? Super specific was probably one of them. It might have been a flavor win. Was there too much X? There was no X actually on here. Oops. Get back here. Yeah, don't think it was not a dono for chat. Card doesn't work. It's a card. I don't know. I'm not verifying this card worked or not. It was definitely a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Noisemore was like, it didn't have enough mechanics on it. Oh, it had enough. I most certainly had enough of it. Next up, let's get Raptor with Wings. Bass, Power of the Deleted. The power. Pronounced bass like in music, not the fish. Oh, okay. Well, you had to front load that one for me. I didn't know. Bass. Okay, bass. Power of the Deleted. Can we zoom in on this? It's not bad. Okay, base Power of the Deleted is a 6 mana legendary robot warrior. Is this like Mega Man or something? It looks very familiar, but I don't know where it's from. Robot warrior. When base Power of the Deleted enters, roll a d6 for each other creature. Base deals damage to each creature equal to its die roll. Whenever a creature dealt damage by base would die this turn, exile that creature instead with a get ability counter. What? And put a +1/+1 counter on base. We exile it with a get ability. Maybe get good. Base has all activated abilities of all exiled creatures with a get ability counter. Oh, wow, that's actually a really good idea. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to activate those abilities. That's actually a really cool idea. This is like, I think this is what was that Delve card that absorbed all the abilities from other creatures? I think this is a better execution of it, where you exile people's cards and then it just slowly gains the abilities. Although it does have the potential to break itself, I think. This version is specifically Battle Network. It is Mega Man? Okay. I just could feel the aesthetic. You look like you're from Mega Man. But I don't know where Mega Man is. I guess Mega Man is a robot. Get ability is just base's power to absorb what he kills. Did that actually happen in Mega Man? Sounds like a very Kirby thing to do. Kirby should have base power. I mean, get ability. That was one for keywords. There have been a few which stole abilities from cards in graveyards. Yeah, I suppose so. I think it's a great idea. That's unexplored design space. They could even have like an entire ability around the get ability, like and maybe the name is a bit weird, but it's just like it had some keyword ability, and creatures dealt by this creature get exiled with that sort of like a counter. And of course, the base Power of the Deleted keeps gaining those abilities for as long as those cards are exiled or this creature is in play. Mega Man did it first. Did Mega Man predate Kirby? I don't know about that. I don't know the Mega Man lore. Bingo flavor win. Do we not have that one yet? Okay, I'm gonna have to trust. I gotta trust all of you. Probably a lot of stuff deserved a flavor win at this point. Okay, cool card. Very original. Combos with Agatha's Soul Cauldron since base gives himself counters. Really cool card. Yeah, I guess it's sort of like an Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Next, we got Surefire Selves with From Beginning to End. As we reach the end of the year, I felt this card was fitting. You're right. And it is a 4-mana enchantment. Skip your upkeep. You have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of your end step, if it's the first end step of the turn, there is an additional end step after this step. So we have no upkeep, but we get double the end steps. All stories end. Sounds like they end twice in this case. I don't know what the utility of... Oh, okay, so there's probably... You lose upkeep triggers, but you get to double your end of turn triggers, I guess. Mega Man came out in 1987 and Kirby in 1992. Wow, that is a 5-year difference. There was no Kirby for the NES? Or maybe there's still... Maybe... When did the... SNES came in 1990, didn't it? Or maybe I'm wrong. When did SNES come out? November 21st, 1990. So there was no Kirby game for the NES? Because that's what you're telling me here. Kirby had one NES game. Well, then... Oh, then was it designed after the Super Nintendo came out? Like, that is super weird. Yeah, I'm fact-checking this, you weirdos. I'm fact-checking this. I can call him BS. When did Kirby... when did Kirby come out? It's like the top search result. Came out in 1992 with the game Kirby Dream Land for the Game Boy. Okay. I still think this is very suspicious. Okay, back to the game. Packs go hard with this card. How? Oh, because you don't have an upkeep. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's absolutely could break this card. Okay, we have no upkeep, so we cannot screw... We're not going to... So we can play all the packs, effectively. And just says, I've seen a stupid upkeep deck that took forever. I can only imagine an end step deck. Well, hopefully it's... Well, here's the thing. It's the end of the turn. So and a lot of these end step things, I think it's more clean. It's like end step, you get like your token, you get this, you get that. Whereas I think the upkeep is more messy. And your turn is just beginning. And there's a lot of mana open. Your creatures never lose sickness. Is that true? I mean, remember, you have an untap step right before your upkeep. No echo, no cumulative upkeep, no suspend. Oh, your suspended cards are gone for forever, that's for sure. Kirby's Adventure came out in 1993 on the NES. That's a weird thing where they keep making games for old systems while the new one's out. The real maximum summoning sickness is lost during the upkeep. When is summoning sickness lost? I mean, I don't doubt you at all. I just have to see it for myself. At the start of your next turn, specifically before you... Okay, according to the AI, and it could be wrong, it says summoning sickness in Magic the Gathering ends at the start of your next turn, specifically before your untap step, which happens before your upkeep. Meaning the creature can attack or use abilities on your second turn in play. But AI sometimes is stupid, but they're a little bit better at this when it comes to rules. I shouldn't say rules. You like very standardized rules. Never trust AI on anything. Well, I don't know about that. When it comes to specific Magic the Gathering rules, no, I definitely don't want to trust it. Summoning sickness, wiki. Okay, I'm on a wiki. Oh, forget it. I'm just gonna figure this out later. Start of a turn is a step. Finally, no one can play before my draw step. Yeah, of course. Solfum also says, video game makers still do this today to make profit from those who are slow to get the new consoles. Yes, please make me more Nintendo Switch games. Even though I own barely any. But I don't want to upgrade to the Switch too, because I saw it was like $800. I'm like, okay, we're done here. I'm done. AI told me to run more than 99 lands in Commander. That it's not reliable at all. To run more than 99, yeah, it's a little too many. I know players who like to exploit the upkeep immediately. Well, we can't affect other people's upkeeps, only our own. Okay, so this is a pretty cool build-around card that has no means of actually breaking the game, so it's gonna pass. We've got a late super chat over here with Noise Marrow, Zem, and true name. Sorry, Beninding. Okay, exam and true name. Oh, just binding. I read it really awkward. Hold on, do we have enough music? Emergency, we're running out of music. Gotta get some extras. Don't worry, everyone, the show's not gonna be over so soon. Not while I'm in charge. Oh, it's a 2-hour stream already. You know, my wife asked me today, can I invite anyone over? I'm like, you gotta be careful because the stream is gonna go on for a long time. It's gonna be a long one. It's the longest stream of all my streams. Could go 3 hours, could go 4 hours. You never know. Okay, we're good. We're good for, I don't know, the next foreseeable future. Jimmy Meatball said that? No. This is why we need MTG custom streams. What, like weekly? It'd just be just as long. If that got proved, we did used to do that. They were just as long. It made me a lot more money. Don't get me wrong. It did make me a lot more money. Okay, we have for 3 mana 1/2 Human Advisor with Death Touch. When exam enters, create a 1/1 white Glimmer enchantment creature token. As an enchantment enters under your control, it gains. When this enchantment enters, exile target creature an opponent controls until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. So everything is like an Oblivion Ring. By the way, 10 out of 10, this card reads so easy. Like how Magic cards should read. Okay, it's a 1/2. It's got Death Touch. It enters, you get a 1/1. And it's an enchantment. Who cares? And then it turns all your other creatures, all your other enchantments into Oblivion Rings. I have nothing else to say about this. Also, Oblivion Ring is not the most powerful effect in the game, so the fact that we turn all our enchantments into Oblivion Rings is pretty interesting. Can we create some loops out of this card, though? I hate the Glimmer interactions if they're done right. Is that what it's called? The Glimmer interactions? The Glimmer itself is also an Oblivion Ring? What the hell's a Glimmer? Was this the next card? Oh, the true... Okay, well, we're going to move on to True Name Binding. 2 mana enchantment, which could be an Oblivion Ring. When this enchantment enters, exile target creature card from your graveyard. If this enchantment would exile a card, put that card onto the battlefield under your control with a binding counter on it. When this creature leaves the battlefield, exile all permanents you control with binding counters on them. This is weird. So when this enchantment leaves... Oh, I see. Okay, so like this was like reanimation. You know what? It's just... How do I put it? It's just a... Oh, the Glimmer was the 1/1. Yeah, the Glimmer was the 1/1 that came into play. So we immediately got an Oblivion Ring. So this is... Was it Dread Return? No. Yeah, Dread Return. The enchantment. But it actually looks better. I actually think this is a much better designed Dread Return. Where if you blow the Dread Return up, then the creature goes back to the graveyard. That actually... It's an infinitely better designed Dread Return. In my opinion. Oh, it's not Dread Return. Animate Dead. Yeah, with an aura, but with an exile clause. And none of that weird aura crap. Wait, an aura enters the battlefield. It gains enchant card from graveyard put onto the battlefield. Like, it has the worst, stupidest templating of all time. O-Ring is a non-land permanent. That Glimmer card was just a creature. Hold on. No, it was a white Glimmer enchantment creature. As And as an enchantment enters under your control, it gains. When this enchantment enters, exile target creature an opponent controls until end of turn. Until this creature leaves the battlefield. Also, it's very important to note that this is not actually like an Oblivion Ring. So, what? It's more of like a creature Oblivion Ring, specifically. The creatures don't get exiled when this lives because of the replacement effect. I don't... Oh, you mean like, do the creatures accidentally exile themselves? When this creature enters, exile target creature and opponent controls. Well, it always says opponent controls. I don't know exactly what your concern is. It's a little clunky. I'm actually fine with the wording compared to a lot of the other cards I see on this show. I like it. I like the idea. Okay, next up, we've got... Okay, now is it just super chats? Donation... This is a donate. Okay, this is a donation to Pedgeman. Let's get a Pedgeman donation. You want a Pedgeman? You want a card, Pedgeman? Hey, Pedgeman, you want a custom Magic the Gathering card? You want some custom Magic the Gathering cards? Okay, we have. Well, it's also a 2-hour stream. Could be a 3-hour stream. You never know. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Bingo card filling up. That bingo card filling up. Where's Pedgeman? I was talking about the binding card that said exile from the grave. I didn't ask you about that, Pedgeman. You want your dono or not? You want me to give it to somebody else? You want me to give it to somebody else, Pedgeman? Where's your dono, Pedgeman? I can move on to the next person. Okay, we can. Okay. We can do something. Yeah, we can do something. Artoria. Artoria. Dark Tainted Tyrant. Holy moly. This is cool. Oh, please. Oh, baby. It's big and it's animated. Okay, hold on. Gotta put it in view. We got Artoria, the Dark Tainted Tyrant. This is a 5-mana 2/4 Noble Knight Servant. First strike, trample, and ward 2. Whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on Artoria. That's right. Can't sacrifice things. You're probably going to do something nasty and evil. Well, don't be doing it around me because I get +1/+1 counters. Also has Noble Phantasm. Discard a non-land card. Create a transformed copy of this card. Good God. You may cast the copy. Timing rules still apply. That sounds broken. Discard a non-land card, create a transformed copy of this card. Okay, what's the other side that's apparently transformed? Excalibur Morgan? This is for 3 mana X, Noble Phantasm Sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may remove any number of counters among permanents you control. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each counter removed this way. That's easy enough. Exile target non-land permanent you do not control with mana value X or less. For each permanent exiled this way, its controller loses X life. Overload for X, 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 and 3 mana. I have no idea how the hell you pull this off. Because it's that's a huge cost. I guess you could hit 3 things for 3 mana, essentially. Bingo alert, too much X, and also the dono to Pedgeman. Okay, I'll allow both. Whoops, no. I've opened. I don't need this. Quit. I misclick things. Okay, we got a first off, we have a dono to Pedgeman. And then we've got what was it? Too much X. Too much X. Okay, nailed 2 things. We don't have a single bingo yet. We don't have a single bingo yet. This is a very well designed. Oh, sorry, you can't see the bingo card. I'll get to it in a second. The overload hits everything. Overload changes targets to all. Oh, good God. Don't worry, I don't want to okay, hold on. Let's just get rid of the bingo card for a second. Let's get back to the card. Overload for triple X. Oh, I see. So hold on, then how is it worded? Exile target non-land permanent you do not control mana value X or less. Okay. So we can like hit all the 3-drops or hit all the... Okay, so all the 3-drops, all the 2-drops, all the 1-drops, depending on how much we pay. We've hit Nikachu can't read bingo multiple times. This has nothing to do with reading. It has to do with interpretation. That has nothing to... It has nothing to do with read. I've read it a million times. I can read... Yeah, I can also read the comments. Nikachu can't read the comments saying bingo he can read. If I misread, like I said, exile target permanent you don't control, then you got me. Hoping my second card might get one. Okay, next up. Oh, sorry, not next up. I think, okay, I have no idea how good or bad this card is. I'm a little bit paranoid that you can just discard a card and you have Excalibur Morgan at any moment. I'm just gonna give it a pass, but it's possible it's just is completely busted. Because you can just discard a card for this ability. I think that's slightly insane. Okay, hold on. We got... So if anyone wants a recap on the bingo card, this is what the bingo card looks like. It's so close, yet so far. We're just not there yet. We're on our way, though. Okay, Surf Ourselves wants another super chat. Saker Solum Sacrarium. There's a Saker Solum Sacrarium. This is a 3-mana. It's a 3-mana 0/6 wall legendary creature. As Abiding Huh? See, this is how well I read chat. The names aren't the same. Whoops. The names aren't the same. As Abiding Sacrarium enters, choose a color. I assume we're talking about this card, not some other card. Whoops. Oops. It's okay. It's not the first, second, third, fourth, sixth, or last time that is going to happen on this show. That's for sure. Your devotion to each color and each combination of colors other than the chosen color is increased by X, where X is your devotion to the chosen color. Oh, okay, this is, yeah, because we chose a color at the beginning. And we also have Exhaust for 5 mana, draw X cards. It's Mind Spring Merfolk, except it's not a Merfolk, it's a wall. Your devotion to each color and each combination colors other than the chosen color is increased by X, where X is your devotion to the chosen color. Oh, I see. So if I have 5 devotion of white, then that adds 5X to my other devotion. So this is basically a super devotion enabler. But you need to be sort of all in on one for you to have devotion to the other colors. Sulfum says you should make a rule if you get 15 bingo spots filled but has no bingo freebie. No, I don't think I'm gonna do that. That's not gonna happen. That's cheating. You try to do that at the casino, they won't pay you out for it. They won't do that. Go to the lotto desk with your lottery ticket that was just one number off from paying out. See how it works over there. We got the same system over here. There's enough people actually donating stuff, so. Do you fill your deck with the chosen color for devotion? Like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, if you want to get a payoff with this, you got to be at least all in on one of these colors, right? Or other cards that have devotion to other colors. I don't know how this is going to work. You might be all in. Okay, so this is how I imagine it. You play with all the gods that have devotion, but you're really heavy on one color. For the most part, you do have access to all the colors, right? Because this is Wooburg, so you're gonna have a Wooburg deck. But I imagine you are all more or less all in on one color, and then this card lets you attack with all the other gods. That's how I'm interpreting it. Yeah, choose green and just play a bunch of dorks or whatever. Sulfum is like, oh no, that's not my luck. I would get all the numbers and my ticket would just burst into flames. Oh. Congratulations! And it's gone. Could realistically go all in on green and splash some other colors. Yeah, but you probably just mostly all in on one color. And next, we've got... We're probably gonna be going through like the Discord for random people that have not got a card yet. Thanks so much, Dancing Goaty. We'll get to that eventually. Okay, now are we back to the donos? Okay, we have another. Is anyone here need a dono? I can't tell. Bolt, you want a dono? You don't seem like a person that that pays for their cards. Here's your chance. This was a donation. You got one, Bolt? If you don't, I'm just gonna start digging through chat. Oh, sorry, digging through the Discord. Bingo dono for chat. Oh yeah, that actually, yeah, we definitely nailed that. We got that actually a long time ago with the real Maxim. We still have no bingo. There's no bingo here. I have a very specific card for Pegmat. Yeah, we could do that one first. Okay, Bacon Catbug. Let's go for it. Neko Arc. Carrier of Presence. It's very cute. Okay, we have a 4-mana 3/4. This apparently is It's Pipe Bombs. Okay, this is a Godzilla version of another card, apparently. It's a cat horror. It's a legendary cat horror. If a player would be promised a gift, you may have them be promised a bomb instead. And it's ticking. They create a bomb token instead of any other gift. It's an artifact token with, at the beginning of your upkeep, flip a coin. If you lose, sacrifice this and it deals 4 damage to you. This is so hilarious because of how niche the gifting mechanic is. Like, I don't think people get gifted stuff in the first place all that much. And now they're going to give you gifted bombs. Oh, but you could be the one gifting. Oh, that's how this card is going to work. We were going to be giving the gifts, but we're going to be gifting bad stuff. Whenever a player promises a gift, they draw a card. Yeah, so you were definitely going to be creating the gifts. We're going to be the nasty Santa today. The first spell each player casts each turn has gift a card. Oh, sorry. Everyone is going to be gifting today. Bingo alert, super specific. Okay, do you know what? I agree with that. That is a very, very specific mechanic. Where is that? Super specific, and that makes not 1, but 2. Can I change my color here? No, I didn't want to do that. Oh, I'm in scribble mode, aren't I? How do I change? How change color? How do I do this? Okay, there we go. There's one down here, and there's another one. This Mac thing sucks. It's so much better on Microsoft. It's just like, it's simple and straightforward, and just better by all measures. All right, this is a really cool card. Is gifting optional? Is gifting optional? Isn't it? It's supposed to be optional. Wait, it's optional for you. Oh, now it's not optional, I guess. The first spell each player casts each turn has gift a card. Oh, I see. But it might have gift the card, but it may not be forced. But probably they'll want to gift it. You know, probably. Next. Okay, we have so many super chats. Okay, if anyone in chat has a super chat, or sorry, if anyone in chat wants a freebie, and they haven't had 2 cards, we can do that. Otherwise, we're going to start using up these super chats in the Discord. Where to go, though? I have to go... Okay, we're going to jump to present, and I'm just going to go to the first few people who have not got a card at all. Raptor with Wings got 1 card. Okay, I'm going to start here, because we have a lot of donos. Who is this? Who be you? Why can't I see name? I have something disabled here. I've got this. Oh, there's a streamer mode going on. Okay, well, anyway, sorry, I couldn't give credit. Okay, we have Arleth, Renowned Aetherist. This is a 5-mana 4/5 human advisor. Sorry, human artificer advisor. I almost didn't read that one properly. That was a close one, but I caught myself. Whenever Atleth enters or attacks, you get double energy. Then you may pay double energy any number of times. Create that many Aetheryte tokens. Okay, good luck. There's not a lot of good energy producers out there. There are artifacts with pay 2 tap, you get an energy. Okay, that'll be easy. So this is like the energy compounds itself. Is this really functional? Enters or attacks, you get double energy. Then you can pay the energy any number of times to create that many Aetheryte tokens. So we're creating like these tiny little generators. Tap 3 untapped Aetheryte tokens you control to proliferate twice. This is your card? All right. This dude is doing everything he can to justify not circling the can't read spot. That's right. Look, I caught myself. None of you proved that I didn't read. Double proliferate? Yeah, double proliferate. Honestly, you're working so damn hard for it. Like, I don't know why not. Do they have energy tokens already? What do you mean by tokens? I mean, the energy is a counter, actually. There's no, but there is no such thing as an Aetheryte token, as an artifact that gives you energy. Doesn't exist. Yeah, for once, no card yet actually applies to this show. Most insane energy commander. But isn't it any good? So enter or attack, you get energy. You can pay that much energy, and you just get a token that you have to still spend more mana on to get more energy. Yeah, it sucks up your mana. I think it's clunky. I mean, I'm going to give it a pass. Also, like, there's, like, almost no good energy payoffs out there. Okay, next up. We got Rose Kitty with a dono. I'll be out for the holidays. I hope you have a good holiday, Rose Kitty, and I hope you enjoyed the cards that we did look at today. We'll give this one to Solfim. Where's Solfim? Dream of the Endless. Dream of the Endless is a 4-mana enchantment. It's got Shroud. If a non-token creature you control would die or be exiled, instead tap that creature and it phases out until this creature until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. 7 mana, exile this enchantment, activate only as a sorcery. What a weird card. So if non-token creatures you control would die or be exiled, instead tap that creature and it phases out. Oh, I see. So it just like, it goes away for a little while. It's sleeping. It's sleeping long. You got 2 cards, Bacon Catbug. What do you mean you didn't get a card yet? That is the biggest BS of all BS that I've seen. You donated for those cards. Rose Kitty's currently stuck at the McDonald's drive-thru. Is everyone going to McDonald's on Christmas Eve? I'm not gonna judge. I like McDonald's. I've never had McDonald's for Christmas, but I would take it. I would not be disappointed. I would get myself my Big Mac meal, my medium fry, and I would get, for a drink, what we have in Canada, I don't know if it's anywhere else in the world, I can get a blueberry pomegranate smoothie in Canada. They do not have them in the States. I don't know if any other country does. It's like, it seems like almost an exclusive to Canada. It has Shroud, so you're not meant to be able to sacrifice it through other means. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work, but that's the idea. Oh, is this your card, Bolt? I don't see anything particularly wrong with this card. And then at the end, you can self-destruct this card to get all your cards back. Next card. We've got how many? 2 super chats from the. We have 2 super chats from Steve Cooper. 2 of them. Oh, it's not yours? Okay. I'm going to keep going up from down here. We have... I don't know how to credit these people. There's like this thing that says, do you want to have streamer mode enabled? No, I don't. I want to give credit to people who are posting these cards. The Amoeboid Seed! It's a 3-mana legendary artifact. Pay 1, tap. Put a charge counter on the Amoeboid Seed. For 2 mana, tap. Discard a card. Discover X, where X is the number of charge counters on the Amoeboid Seed. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay, this is going to be fair because at turn 3, if you play this, it has not done anything yet. And you still have to put the charge counters on it. This is actually a really slow card. So I think it's pretty slow to get out, even at 3 mana. You have to take a turn off just to put a charge counter on it. And then after that, you can pay mana and then activate it. There is definitely a world, though. There's definitely a world, though, where you can move charge counters from other permanents onto this and then immediately activate this and discover X, which would definitely work. But other than that, I think it's totally fine. Discover 1 is more powerful than Discover 10. Low numbers are vastly more powerful. Are they really? But what if you untapped it with Rock the Boat? Yeah, what if we untapped it with Rock the Boat? The damn draw is always... oh no, that's your card. Was that your card? That's why you remembered that interaction? But what if we play this on Rock the Boat? Oh, the real Maxim squeezing in more cards over here. Okay, I give it a pass. Okay, there's another super chat from Steve Cooper. We're gonna go give it to Funtley. Soaveris Sark. Soaveris Sark. Okay, this is a 5-mana 6/5 human investigator. You know, when I think of an investigator, I think of like Inspector Gadget or something. This looks like some sort of king. Okay, this is it's got trample and converge. When this creature enters the battle, wouldn't it be called like when this creature enters? When this creature enters, create a clue token for each color of mana spent to cast it. Ah, yes, the old converge. Was it converge? Was that the mechanic? There's like a mechanic that's like for each color spent to cast on the card, you get this sort of ability. Nikachu, Christmas from Germany. Will there be a show tomorrow? There will not, but thank you very much. Merry Christmas from Canada. I will just not show up tomorrow, and I think everyone will understand. Yeah, Sunburst is one. But I think there's another one that they made like it. So Converge is real. Yeah. So when Soaveris dies, mill 3 cards, then you may return a permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Definitely a pass. Nothing broken about this card at all. Also very clean. Big chunky card for 5 mana, but I think it should be for 5 mana. Okay, we have Bell. Another donation. Thank you so much, Bell. Merry Christmas to everybody. Okay, we're gonna donate this to... You got one, Bacon Cat Bug. Okay, who has not? I think Raptor with Wings did not get a second card. So we've got... Ho-Oh! Someone was like, uh-oh. Colors of the Sky. For a weird mana cost of red, Gruul, red... Sorry, green, Gruul, red, Izzet, and blue. Phoenix. Flying. When you cast your second multicolor spell in a turn, create an artifact token named Rainbow Wing with Indestructible and tap to add 1 mana of any color. Now, at the beginning of your upkeep, Ho-Oh, Colors of the Sky, deals X damage to any target. Scry X and gain X life, where X is the number of Rainbow Wings you control. The hell? Deals X damage to any target, scry X, and gain X life, where X is the number of Rainbow Wings. And we get our Rainbow Wings whenever you cast your second multicolor spell in a turn. Create an artifact token named Rainbow Wing with Indestructible. So we can't get rid of these things. But we have to cast a second multicolor spell. That's pretty hard. That's not easy. The cost was 5 mana. So the cost is 5 mana, but we have to play 2 multicolor spells per turn. Otherwise, it's like impossible. You people, you're going to make this a 4-hour bingo show. This is crazy. Jack Solaris, Idea Coffee Crew makes a custom set with your choice, canon keywords, canon abilities, custom keywords, custom abilities, and themes. Then you give a ship it or shred it or just second custom stream a week at some point? Oh, you people so desperately want the second custom stream. We might. I'll think about it. I'll strongly think about bringing the second custom stream back. What the hell? This is like 10. This is 10. What? This is dollars, isn't it? It looks like dollars. And with that, that's gonna be 10 more donations. We're gonna have to go back to the freebie section to find cards. All right, Ho-Oh, I give it a pass. The ability is super dangerous, but the enabling is very, very difficult. Okay, next, fight for the dono. What the hell does that mean? Did Surefire? I don't know if Surefire was Surefire Selves here. No, Surefire Selves got 2 cards. Next, so we're gonna dig. We're digging, people. I don't know whose is this. I'm looking at it though. Okay, we have for a blue, unpracticed denial, sorcery, counter target spell or ability. It is literally a sorcery. It won't counter anything. Well, I mean, okay, so you can find a card that lets you play your cards at flash speed, then it'll work. Yeah, it's a sorcery count. Sorcery counter spell number 100 bazillion. Did you get 2 cards yet? Bacon Cap. I think you got 2 cards. I could be mistaken, but I think you got 2 cards. Okay, next up. 4 more donations. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Dancing Odie says, thanks for all the content this year. Merry Christmas, and donate this to someone who's been watching for years. Okay, so we have to donate to someone here. Let's give... okay, I'm just going to have to... Okay, some people who have been donating from watching years are going to be part of this, but I got to give to Mega Banani, who has not been part of this thing. Hi, Priestess... Claxy. What is that? Okay, we got for 0/0. This is a 0/0 creature for 2 mana and X. It's a Raven. High Priestess Claxy enters with X +1/+1 counters on her. When High Priestess Claxy enters, destroy each creature with the least power. For each creature destroyed this way, create a tapped XX black Raven creature token. This is basically a sick Uno card versus token decks, especially like 0/1 tokens. Or you actually have to hope that it's all a bunch of 1/1 tokens. Otherwise, the 0/1s might screw up your plan. Okay, let's give one. Okay, what was Bacon Catbugs? Leyline of Fleam. I'll give you a super chat here. Because the instructions said so. The hell is this? 3 mana legendary enchantment. If this card is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield. Each other legendary permanent has the name Fleam. This is just insane. Okay, 2 more super chats. Oh, the wall. You know, I didn't even think about that, the damn draws. Yeah, I guess I could blow up the walls. Oh, we are not done. We are not done at all. Okay, what else? You want another one, Pedge Man? You've definitely been watching for years. The instructions said I have to give it to people who have been watching for years. Where was Majra? What was Majra's other cards? See you later, Jack Solaris. Bye, everyone. Hope we can all make a custom set together. Oh my goodness. Is Rose Kitty still here? Oh, Rose Kitty, yeah, I donated your thing. Can I get like $5 in my OG super chat read? Oh, okay, what was it? Okay, well, there's so many donations. I'll give you a second card. I thought you got 2 cards though. Okay, Pedgeman's gonna get Jean, Witch of Vengeance. Jean. Oops, I didn't spell witch right. Gene, Witch of Vengeance. Of course, it's got to be a double set. Okay, both. You're gonna spend $10 on this one. Okay, we got Gene, Witch of Vengeance, which is a 6 mana, 3/5 Warlock Servant with Flash. Spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature that died under your control this turn. Whenever Gene is dealt damage, she deals that much damage to each opponent. It's also Noble Phantasm. Oh, you can discard a card for the second to play the second card. So for 4 mana, we have Noble Phantasm, an instant. Roar of the Hatred deals X damage to each creature in Planeswalker and Battle, where X is 2 plus the number of creatures that died under your control this turn. Funny, you like mentioned the battles as well. Oops, no, sorry. You guys didn't see the Roar of the Hatred. Feel the Roar. It's for 4 mana. Deals X damage to each creature, Planeswalker, and Battle. All right, we got battles covered. You sunk my battleship. I didn't center the sorcery. Can't you make these like separate images so I can just like scroll to the next one? Yeah, we're gonna do Renowned Guy. We're gonna do Renowned Guy. Let me recenter everything. Let's get a super chat for Renowned Guy. Renowned Guy. From Rose Kitty. You deserve a super chat sound effect. We have a white 1/1 core cleric, renowned for 0. When Priest of Dreams becomes renowned, you get an emblem with all creatures you control named Priest of Dreams. Get +1/+1. It's also a 1/1 creature. When it becomes renowned, you get an emblem. Creatures you control named Priest of Dreams. This is so weird. So how many times can you get renowned here? Or isn't it just once? So then you get like an... That's such a weird card. So you renown it. It gets bigger, right? I believe. Or how does it work? Or is it or is the renowned equal to the renowned number? So we are actually renowned for 0, but it's technically renowned. But then we get the emblem that gets it +1/+1. But then flicker it. Oh, that's how we're gonna do it. Yeah, so we're gonna keep blinking for infinitely making this card big. And you can't interact with it because it is, after all, a it's an emblem. Okay, next up. Okay, we took care of Dancing Odie super chats. Happy Festivus! Please, waifu shows Nikachu. Oh, you want the waifu show that badly, huh? Okay, that's worth a freebie somewhere. Is anyone here with no card yet? This is a funny show because here, old boy wants one. It's like Christmas Eve, so not everyone's available. Make an example. My first ever custom card submission. Really? Where is it? We have more donos than ever before, but fewer people in chat than usual. Bell says, has my donation been done? I donated like five super chats over 30 minutes. What is it? 5 chat F over 30 minutes ago? Probably. Rose K says, thank you, but I don't have the ability to send more money. PayPal being worth. No, it's okay. It's okay, Rose. It's okay. It's okay. I've been donated a lot of money today already. If I have enough money, the show got to end at some point. Rose Kitty Uwu. Okay, we have 5 black sorcery. Create 13 1/1 white human creature tokens, then sacrifice each token created this way. So like we're just making like a million sack triggers. You were born to die. Welcome to life. It's time for you to experience death. So unlucky for them. So very, very unlucky. Rooney Rockman, Merry Christmas. What bingos are we still missing? We have a lot of... the donos target those. No, I'm going to hide it. I'm going to hide the bingo card. I put 2 shorter and sillier cards in the Discord if we need more cards to look at. Absolutely. Because we have 10 super chats here. Okay, Noise Marrow. You want some more cards? Okay, definitely Steve Cooper needs a second one. Okay, I gotta keep track. This is 1 of 10. Mage of Technicality, a 2-mana 1/2 elemental wizard. If a player would draw a card, you may have that player put the top card of their library into their hand instead. Player draws a card, you may have that player the top card of their library. But that's usually what would happen. Does this just prevent people from drawing from the bottom of their deck? I think that's the deal. I think it's just fighting to like prevent people from drawing from the bottom of the deck. Beautiful. Skip the draw triggers. Oh, that's actually sweet. No reading flavor text? Absolutely not. Did you just see that? Did you see that? I have 10 super, and there's more super chats coming. There's more super chats. I cannot take the time to read the flavor text. Oh, we have okay. Well, I'm gonna go to Noise Marrow first. Noise Marrow can burn 2 super chats here. Deck Shredder for a Phyrexian Black. Instant Degenerate. Look at the top card of your library. You may tear that card into pieces to repeat the process. Uncard. Uncards are us. And another super chat spent on Unwielding Delusions, a blue sorcery, split second. The next instant speed sorcery card. So fast, yet so slow. The next time a spell would resolve, counter that spell instead. Oh, interesting. Shouldn't it just be like the next time a spell is cast, counter that spell instead? Oh no. Okay, no, I think you worded it better. I think this is a better way of doing it. And you also have Madness for 2 mana. So we can like discard this. This is actually very creative. I like it. Next, Kano has a card at the bottom. No, we have a few cards. Okay, let's get to Kano. That's a 4th super chat. Let's get that one. Blue instant called Ancestral Thruple. Each of 3 target players draws 3 cards. That actually might be a real card here. Ancestral Recall is broken if it's just one person drawing the cards. But what if all of us get to draw the cards? How about that, chat? Another sorcery counterspell with Madness. Yeah, but it also checks for the very next card that ever resolves. That's aside from it, I guess. The damn draw is like, I'll never get used to these old borders. I'd like to go back to the old border. Actually feels like actual card. Yeah, a fixed Ancestral Recall. I agree. Okay, next we also have from another card from Funtley. Inner Focus, a 2-mana instant. You and target permanent you control gain hexproof until end of turn. Draw a card. Beautiful. Funtley has a second card. Inner Focus. Oh, I did it all. Sorry, I did it already, Funtley. I did it. It's too late. Here, I'll give you a little bit of a heart. Okay, who else do we have to give to? I have no idea who you are. Joseph Joestar Sheemer. It's a 4-mana 2/3 human. Whenever you counter a spell or ability an opponent controls, Joseph Joestar Sheemer deals damage equal to his power to any target. Your next line is, which is an ability, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile a non-land card from your hand face down until the beginning of your next turn. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may turn the exiled face down card face up. If you do, counter that spell if it has the same mana value as the exiled card. Then you may cast the exiled card. Is that like a trap card thing? You've activated my trap card. Is it a JoJo card? Bingo alert. Ancestral Thruple equals Nikachu can't read because he didn't realize how dangerous it is. It might be fair. What is that? That's again an interpretation thing. It's very on flavor. Is this JoJo? JoJo! There's like that JoJo. I think there's a JoJo music that I really like. Oh yeah, no, yeah. The sound. There's this one song from JoJo that's amazing. It was turned into a bunch of memes. I only found out about it because of the memes. Sorry, the real Maxim, you're pushing it. Pushing it this week. Only not so many people get four cards. I'll probably end up donating some to the public. Okay, I'm gonna just... My brain is mush. At this point, I'm just gonna have to say it passes. We have... This is the real Maxims. Here. For anyone that wants to screenshot this. We have the Lynx Surveyor of the Potential. Okay, who has not had... I'm gonna dig into some people who have not got any cards. Because I'm sure there are many. There's many people who, they just don't come up, they don't show up for the show. And you know what? They like to post. Maybe they like to be part of the show. Who's all... Oh, here's Madra's cards. Okay, I want to give... I'm gonna give one to Majra. Give one of them to... We're gonna give one extra super chat to Majra. Majra's like an oldie. Fortune Daddy, the E3 for 5 mana. Human Wizard. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a time counter on each creature you control. E3 gets +1/+1 for each time counter on him. A time counter? Is that fine? Is that gonna like give... Or I guess it doesn't give it suspend. Did you ever look at Fortune Daddy? That was his super chat. Was it? Is this the Fortune Daddy? This is Fortune Daddy. Fortune Daddy gonna tell you your future. Tell you if you're gonna get spanked or not. Whenever E3 deals combat damage to a player, exile target creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile a wizard. Instead, sorry, you may exile a wizard, instant, or sorcery card from your graveyard. Then reanimate E3. Great stuff, Mandra. Great stuff. Next! Little MX Doom got a few cards already. Cormac got some cards. Kano got some cards. This person, who I don't even know if they ever show up to this show. Or did we do this? Oh, this is an... Oh, no, this is an alternate one. The Dream of Endless. We saw something very similar. I don't want to skip over anything. Some people are very active in the Discord. They're very, very active. I think I gotta go to the freebie section now. To the freebie section. Oh, here's something new. From... damn it, I don't know how to credit you. Okay, we have... Armosaurus Gunny. This is a 5 mana 6/5 dinosaur with reach and trample. That's it. Reach and trample. You know what? It's simple, and yet it's genius. I still have more animated customs if you want. I'm trying to get to people who don't... Look, this person's never been part of the show. They're now part of the show. They don't show up live. I'm trying to dig to some people. Sometimes they don't have time to be here live. I don't know if Debt Collector got a card today. Malos Aquara. This is a 4 mana 1/1 human wizard. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, Fate Seal 10. What the hell? That's got to be insane. Look at the top 10 cards of an opponent's library. Then you put any number of them on the bottom of that library. That is absolutely nuts. Oh, but it is a 4 mana 1/1, and you have to draw 2 cards. Okay, this is like... It's probably not a danger, but it's so unfun to play against. Because, like, if the moment your opponent... Let's say if you're empty-handed and you start chaining this, like, if the game's over. The game is just over. All right, next up. He made the Dimitri card. Okay, next up, we've got... Who is this? Oh, this is the Phantom Ganon person. They definitely donated 2 cards. The damn draws got... Okay, it's back to the... It's very rare that we do this. We're going back to the... Oh, no, we're not going back to the free... Okay, I'm going back to the freebie section for a few freebies. 3 freebies, exactly. Okay, we got Menagerie Keeper. Menagerie Keeper is a 3 mana 1/4. First strike, and as Jailer. This creature deals damage to creatures in the form of stun counters. Beautiful. Next, for 3 more donations, we got the Tendo Peaks. No, we did this one. I didn't like it. It's illegal. Sorry, Elixir. This came from someone else. Terry Tags from 52 minutes ago. Tendo Peaks Lantern. Ninjutsu design. Space credit goes to Redditor. Hide-gen from their recent Beseju. What? It was posted 52 minutes ago. Oh, I thought that was okay. I don't know. Bingo, we did do this already. We did. Very rare. It's very hard to get that bingo spot too. It's super hard. Okay, hold on. Let's copy. We did this already, which actually does create another one. Oh, it's blue. That's so awkward. I don't want my circles to be blue. I want them to be red. It's fine. It only created one bingo. Very funny. We're going to get it again in 3 seconds anyway. Okay, we did that one. Oh, look at that. That card actually had to get super chatted. Pedgeman. It could have ended up being free. What the hell is this? Do you smell it? Do you smell that? It's the food pack? That makes no sense to me. Leyline of... No, we did Leyline of Flame. Okay, in for a penny. This is a new card. 2-mana enchantment. Creatures without war counters on them can't attack. Creatures with war counters on them attack each turn if able. Also, for 0 mana, put a war counter on target creature you control. Any player may activate this ability, and only during that player's upkeep. Done. No, I think I have one more freebie. The 5-second rule. Oh my god. Does anyone live by the 5-second rule? I do not. The moment... No. It touches the ground. If it touches any surface my cat has stepped on, no. I don't care. There's no 5-second rule. She shoveled her crap in her litter box, and that's like I am eating her crap in the litter box. So the 5-second rule is... for 1 mana an instant, until end of turn, target permanent gains when this permanent is put into your graveyard from the battlefield. Oh, return it back to your hand. I wouldn't say the cat is evil or anything, but you know, the floor is dirty, just in general. Depends on the food, but my floor is usually clean. You wear slippers all day or something? Only certain foods if the floor isn't dirty. No, I'm never. I just can't. I can't. I have to whatever touched the ground, I have to shave it off. I'm not putting it in my body. Okay, we do have okay, so we got through 10 super chats. Good God. Thank you very much, those Jack Solaris. Thank you so much. We've got the damn draws with Ho 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 Get Pranked Nerd. Did you not? I thought you got a series already. Ho ho ho. Get pranked nerd. What does this mean? Like, okay, oh, there wasn't anything? Oh. I looked this thing up for nothing. It's just two more donos. What's gonna go dono to the freebie section? We got Fickle Hypnotist. For 5 mana, 2/2 human wizard. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay... What the hell? You can play a blue or 2 generic or pay 1 and 1. If you do, scry 2. Now tap, choose target creature and opponent controls, clash with that creature's controller. If you win, gain control of that creature. If you lose, your opponents gain control of Fickle Hypnotist. The Fickle Hypnotist has no loyalty to anything around here. Next, the limit is 4 seconds. TikTok. Oh, it's an arcane card. Oops, that's the wrong one. Huge fan of Arcane. I'm a massive fan of Arcane. Although I don't really see myself switching to the Riftbound game. I did get pranked by that demo. I got double pranked. Got me good. Look. I can't tell if it's a card or not. Believe you missed my super chat. No, yours is on the way. Oh, sorry. Yours is £5. Or is it €5? I just prioritize the yellow ones, and then I go to the green ones. That's all. That's all. It's nothing personal. The bigger the super chat, usually the priority I give it. This beats the 5-second rule. Okay, the limit is 4 seconds. 4 mana for an enchantment. Players can't cast more than 4 spells each turn. That's interesting. So it's not quite rule of law. So it's like rule of law that's sort of fair. Yeah, you can't BS around too much, but like we can BS around a little bit. Are you certain, my boy? What were the indicators? Professor Cecil B. Heimerdinger. Very fair. It's probably, this is probably the most real card we've seen all show. Or at least in the top 3. Take that mono blue, and is it? And all the stupid, what's it called? All the cheatsy combo decks. Okay, 4 Pass of Life just shows up out of absolute nowhere. Destiny Part 1, last 2 cards. You want the last 2 cards? You're very specific. All right, let's take a look at the last 2 cards. Chris says, oh, sorry, I'll read this. Chris says, just for future reference, what would happen if anyone ever donated like $500 or something? I'm here for a very long time. That would be 100 cards. I would get through them though. I would do it. If anyone's willing to pay me $500 a day doing this, I will drop everything and just make this my profession. No lies. That's like 15 grand a month. I will do it. I would call it rating custom TCG cards. I will grab the Riftbound space, the Yu-Gi-Oh space. I'll take it all. Maybe this could just become rating I don't know, Nikachu rates TCG cards. We have a Magic Day, a Yu-Gi-Oh day, a Riftbound day, and we do it every single week. Maybe there's demand that I don't know exists. I heard there's demand for Yu-Gi-Oh, but I don't think I have the audience to know that it. I don't know if they would ever find me. But would he rate Unfinity sets? I'll rate anything. Don't tempt the chat. This actually, some people did ask, but it would be 500 donos to be specific. A lot of people asked me, and I've gotten from multiple people, they want to donate to have a whole set of theirs like reviewed. And I'm like, I can't do like one person, but I can do, I don't know, maybe I should open it up. It's possible. Toladuck and his sets are like 300,000 cards. You know Dadam draws, do you? You all have like 300,000 cards. All right, let's get to Ikora Ray, a 6-mana 4/4. Para-casual human warlock. Partner with Ophiuchus Ghost for Ikoria Ray. Flying Menace Mentor. Whenever a non-creature, non-clue artifact enters, put a +1/+1 counter on Ikoria Ray and investigate. You may sacrifice a clue. Choose one. Turn target face down conspiracy face up. Target unsolved case becomes solved, and you can also counter a spell. So it's almost like a command card on a creature. So when you sack your clues, which you already draw a card off of, this is really strong. Turn target face down conspiracy face up. That is incredibly narrow. Target unsolved case becomes solved. I think this card would be more fun if it didn't have the counter target spell, but I imagine that is like okay-ish. Is it part of the triggered ability? Oh, you're right. Okay, so we can sacrifice the clue and not draw a card. That's right. No, we did super specific already. I'm pretty sure we got super specific. Where is it? There, it was on the top left corner. We did a long time ago. We nailed that one. All right, I'm gonna say this is okay. Especially since you actually don't get to draw a card at the same time. So you just basically, you can, if you draw a card, you don't get the ability, but you may sack the clue. And then when you do that, why does it say you may sacrifice it? Shouldn't it just be sacrifice a clue, choose one? I think that's just how it should be. Conspiracies are only legal in a particular draft format, right? No, or just in draft in general. You can make a cube and put the conspiracies in them. Whoops. Next, we've got Ophiuchus, ghost for Ikoria Ray. I swear I saw this before, or something very similar. The image looks very familiar. 3 mana for a 1/1 legendary artifact creature, spirit construct equipment. Partner with Ikora Ray, sworn with Ikora Ray. This card can only be attached to cards named Ikora Ray, even if this ability is lost or modified. Protection from spells and abilities that don't target. If Ophiuchus is not equipped during the end step, return Ikoria Ray from any graveyard to the battlefield tapped under your control. Then equip Ophiuchus to it. Equipped creature gains. Pay a black. Tap. Search your library for a void. Para-causal force. Exile. Then shuffle. Equip for 1. This is too long. I don't know if this is a flavor win, but this is just too wordy. I mean, maybe the partner part isn't even necessary to read, but it's got too many words on it. My brain go. Unfortunately, it might be it's probably usually when I read cards like this, it's more for a flavor than for function. For the most part. Well, I got the buzzer. Hold on, Amazon just arrived. I'll be back. Hello. Come up. Oh no, it wasn't Amazon. It was just my wife. That's all. Let's get the Nikachu, the true antagonist. Okay, next. I don't know if this is safe to pass or not. That's the 3 hour. Yeah, that's the 3 hour buzzer. Not quite. Okay, now we have Chris's super chat. Thank you very much for the super chat. And with that super chat, we donate to the freebie section. I wonder if this person made any other arcane cards. I would like this. Big fan of arcane. I ordered a Jinx statue that I ordered like 9 months ago. Still hasn't arrived. Okay, we got Chakra, Wielding Rings, a 3 mana 3/3 Insect Scout Warrior with landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, create a map token. Untap, sacrifice X artifact tokens. Chakra deals 1 damage to each of X targets. X can't be 0. So we make maps for all our lands, which is neat. I think maps are... Oops. Don't talk to me, Siri. I think maps are very undervalued, or how do I put it? We don't see it enough, and it's like a really nice utility card where you get to sacrifice this and maybe buff up your creature, or you maybe like get a land off the top of your deck. I mean, we untap, sacrifice X artifact tokens, which we could sack those maps. Deals 1 damage to each of X targets. Love it. Okay, now we have the tradition. The bingo card. Okay, we have 3 donos now here because we have 3 cards that were done. I'm going to power through this, people. Oh my god. We got Elk Rakul. The hell is this? Some sort of like Wooburg with snow? It's a 2/5 Eldrazi Elk. It's got chili. This card is colorless and snow. Oh my god. I so badly want to make this the thumbnail to the video. But people would have to dig literally 3 hours to go find the damn thing. Dam is like, I generally think Nikachu can't read should be ticked. I didn't take it off. I like it. It's like maps are artifacts, so it kind of landfall. So it's kind of landfall, but not really. Okay, Elk Rakul for 5 mana, 2/5 with chili. This card is colorless and snow. Sounds like a Winter Fox card for anyone that remembers Winter Fox. Whenever you cast a snow spell, you may pay double snow. If you do, copy all spells you control and create a token copy of target snow permanent you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Oko beats Emrakul, confirmed. Yeah, does technically. This is like the old templating. I think this is the playtest templating here. Rider at Dawn, a 1/3 Spirit Knight, flying, shadow, and horsemanship. Wow, it's impossible to block. I don't think this is as close as it gets to unblockable. So it's a shadow creature with horsemanship. That alone is enough. I don't think there's a single creature in the game that can block. Like there's not a single shadow creature in the game that has horsemanship. And next, we've got Thorin, Oakenshield. This is a 5-mana, 3/4 dwarf noble. As long as Thorin is attacking, equipment you control have equip dwarf 1. And you may activate equip abilities anytime you can cast an instant. For all the equipment people out there, congratulations. That doesn't look like any Magic template. It looks like something completely different. I remember this from something. I can't remember. There were some very rare cards in a it was like some really weird playtest cards in a booth at a convention I once went to. I was like, "What is that?" And they said they were like some very rare playtest cards. It was the first draft of the 8th edition frame. Oh, was it? Can you give us a couple scrolls down? Maybe next week. Maybe next week, Pedgeman. Because today is done. Look at the show today. Look how many cards we got on the bingo score. Wow, we almost filled it was possible to maybe fill up the entire bingo card. It was possible, but it didn't happen today. As usual, thank you so much. Oh man, thank you everyone for the donations today. I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. And you got to be here 3 p.m. Central Standard Time going into the new year. We'll definitely keep the custom cards going. I don't know. I sometimes wonder, what if I did this twice a week? What would happen? Would my channel explode or implode on this stuff? Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you Super Chat to be part of the show. Super Chat, of course, to donate on the show, and also Super Chat so other people are part of the show. Of course, thank you so much, everyone. Especially anyone who's made it all 3 hours. There are people. I mean, people leave comments on these videos. That's crazy. They tag me at like the 2 hour 30-minute mark. People like Noise Marrow and also Bacon Catbug, Random Mage, Bell, Steve Cooper, Adaptus. Adaptus was here the entire time. Maruni Rockman, Toilet Duck, twice a week. Bacon Catbug, and as usual, my coffee crew who supports the show so much. Keep brewing those coffees, and we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.